So, hello everybody. We are back after last session, which we didn't do. So, usual announcements. Things to notice for all the art. There will be some things that I will be using today, potentially, which I haven't used in other sessions or were made for today. So we shall see what those are. Also, thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free service you provide. There's free audio online for sound effects, music, and so on. Some of the soundtracks you will hear here are from Battle for Wesnoth. It's a good game. I enjoyed it, but I really like their soundtrack, which is there. On that note, I am a little bit ill, as you may be able to tell. My nose is a little bit blocked. I have nasal sprayed it, so hopefully it should hold it back for now. But I have got a little bit of a cough, so if at any point I am silent for a long period of time, or I should, for one reason or another, be coughing, I do apologize for that in advance. Yeah, show must go on, and it's dying down for my illness. Other than that, usual session on Tuesdays going ahead as normal. With the battle maps that you may see around the place, you will see ones such as this, nice simple fighting arena, more complex ones like this. They're all made on Dungeon Creator Studio. That is a software you can buy on Steam. Well, that's one of the platforms. They're probably on several other platforms as well. Go and check that out. That's where I can make all my battle maps, and less combat orientated but more designer made for a scenic purpose like this one were made on incarnate.com, of which I also recommend you go and check that out. I don't think I have any other announcements to say. Yeah, other than that, we have everybody here today. Yes, you heard me. Everyone. Including Sam. But the others don't know that yet, so keep that a secret. And we'll do his sound check when we get there. Of which I will be letting Matt know that I'll need a sound check later. There we go. Alright. You can forget these things before the stream. It's fine. Alright, so I'm going to unmute from Discord and hear what these schmucks are talking about. They're silent. That is
silent,
dangerous.
eh?
The plan
is
you
working.
hear nothing.
I am here with Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan. Not Harlan. Simon.
Hello.
Will.
Hello.
Infernal.
Hi.
And Jamie.
How dare you use my name in vain?
I am here, just the lag is terrible. No, I just couldn't talk because I was busy pouring juices into a stock. I'm cooking at the moment.
He's busy pouring his juices into stock. Got it.
So whenever
Yeah,
there's a
I'm
lull
busy
in the
putting my
campaign,
juices inside of things.
so whenever there's a lull in the campaign, Harlan will be interrupting to give us cooking tips.
Ah, excellent.
Remember
Today,
to
cooking with
always
Harlan.
season your chicken and marinate it before cooking. That way you get a nice burst of flavour.
Yeah.
Or any flavour at
Harlan's
all.
currently making food because time
Yeah.
ran away from him, so he couldn't catch it.
It's because of that damn game, you know.
We introduced you to a very fun game, which we will not mention on stream because I'm probably not allowed unless I'm streaming it. So yes,
OP.
Hmm?
Zero
which game is
POV.
this?
Yeah, exactly. The game you introduced me to, Infernal.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
he's playing it too?
Yeah, I got him to play it and he's enjoying it. Alright, so, let's begin with the session. Last session, our party of adventurers. They had delved down into a Morbin lair. Given this contract from someone who gave the contract to Bern, they did some investigating around the town of Orum's Anchor, right on the cusp of Oromant's Ravine, a large crevasse cracking a portion of the Empire. As they did the investigating around the Rat Scourge, they found a series of tunnels bored into the side behind two large waterfalls in the luxurious greenery area in the lower portion of Orum's Anchor. With these 6 holes had been filled either by rocks manually, either a collapse had occurred, or an explosion to fill the way. With this obstruction and the knowledge that the Morbin are just beyond, the party decided to act. Malcom, getting down on all fours, transformed into a large mole and proceeded to burrow through the earth. Taking claw by claw, the earth was peeling from side to side as he burrowed through and burst forth on the other side. It took the better part of 4 hours while Queglod was getting drunk, but they eventually made it through, making their way down and through a series of several not complex traps, but still very well placed to play with the party's mind. They were hit by several, sustaining some damage, but ultimately making it through relatively unharmed. As they came out on the other side, they saw a hallway. Sending Felipe down, he was captured in a cage and taken away, as Queglod was now left blind, without her bird. But it was not all in vain, as the party now knew what layout that was before them. A large wooden platform of 3 tiers, with several Morbin on the top, well armoured and some fleshy and weaker. But several, 50, maybe 100. They lost count. As the massacre began, Bern opened up with a single spell, and with the sickening radiance that overtook a portion of the platform itself, killing off 20, 25 or so Morbin. They collapsed in the dark greenish energy that corrupted them in their insides as they began to spill out across the floor. As this occurred, however, they attracted the attention of 3 large rat abomination-like creatures. Attracted by the foul smell of the dying Morbin, they clung and climbed up the outside of the wooden platform before digging into their new takeaway meal. As they did this, their hunger turned from the Morbin to Rook. As Rook took several hits, most of them potentially being death blows, but thanks to his new and fancy armor, they weren't as dangerous as they may have been before. But the party stood, they faced their foe, and they proceeded. They did a little bit of adventuring. Going on the upper platform, they found a single way leading up, rather than down like the rest of it. The upward way had a river of blood to one side, not very thick, but more of a slime or a trickle. They investigated no further, as that was maybe a bit too dark for them. So instead, they turned around, going down to the bottom of the large wooden platforms held up by the supporting wooden pillars and rope. They went down into a burrowed area directly below. It went down maybe 20 feet before falling into a drop, going in a reverse V-like formation in more of a funnel. As they looked down, each of the party made their own way down individually, before eventually they reached the bottom. Looking around, they saw several Morbin pinned to the wall, spilled out across the floor through large attacks of some kind, torn asunder, frozen, burned, singed. Strange occurrence. With this, the party decided, let's choose a path from here. And that is where we begin. So, you are all within the Morbin lair. Looking around, you can see you're probably nearing the heart of it. You can see the large wooden tables of rotten food to your left and right, the chairs toppled, broken, or otherwise untouched, left in their places, but otherwise covered by a thin layer of dirt and grime. Around the room are the various corpses of the Morbin, and to your immediate right and left, about 30 feet in either direction, there are 2 archways leading off 2 different ways. The way to the left seems to have a little bit more of a steep ceiling slope towards it, whereas the one to the right seems to have a more gradual elongated slope leading to the door itself, which seems to be the only opening on either end. As you're there, Feng looks over and goes, did you want me to stay here, or am I still coming with you?
Ah!
Uh,
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were here.
So did I.
Sorry, he was just daydreaming.
it would probably be best if you stay with us, just in case they can't come back. You don't want to be caught alone.
That's very true. I'll stay with you then.
But also, there is a distinct possibility you'll die. So if you can find somewhere sort of safe to, if we find anywhere like that they can't possibly get to, that would probably be. You might want to stay there.
Yeah, he kind of squeezes between all of you and says, "I feel a lot safer here."
Good. Okay, how tall is this guy in comparison to Sasha?
He's a Kenku, so he's probably about 5 foot.
Okay, so about the same height. I'm just gonna ruffle his feathers on top of his head. Thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
He takes the abuse with the fact that you are protecting him.
No, it's not abuse. It's
You're
affection.
You're ruffled his feathers.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
It's like when you ruffle someone's hair. It's affectionate. It's a bit, brusque, but it's affection. It's. Everyone Sasha tries to love.
They either
There you
die
go.
or leave. So,
And can you tell which way they went? The ones that were running away.
I believe last session when you made the survival check for tracks, to the right and left there were tracks going both ways, fresh and old. It probably means they either scattered for one reason or another. So each way must either lead to a distinctive area or the same place.
Okay. Alright. Wait. That sounds fun. Guess we're gonna need to make a decision.
Alright. Who wants to go left?
Okay, someone doesn't want to go in.
Rip,
Everyone doesn't want to go anywhere. They've left.
Rip will.
Yeah, Rip will.
I mean, technically they left. but
Yeah,
was
I
not
mean,
the
I
right
don't think he quite grasped left, did he really?
Okay,
Um,
so
Apparently not.
house vote. Who wants to go left?
I literally could not care
There we
less.
Welcome back.
Let's go
Yeah.
left just for funsies.
Oh boy.
One person wants to go left.
Yeah, why don't we go left? I don't suppose I can see anything down these corridors.
Looking down, you can see that they both seem to slope down. The one to your right has seems to have, from this distance it's hard to make out, but a kind of a hole on the ceiling. It seems quite thin, like the holes you saw in that large tubular chamber you went through previously. Not one for the gas, the one where there were all those holes in the wall where you went down.
Let's go
Oh,
left.
okay. Anybody want to go right?
Well, I'd rather
I'm
not
happy to
split-
follow the group.
Mhm.
Okay.
Alright, left.
Let's go right then.
No, we're going left. You're the only
I
one that
don't-
wanted to
I
go
don't
right.
wanna- I don't want to split the party in Rat Town.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we're going left.
Okay. Heading left, the slope of the ceiling kind of comes to a very sharp point, where it leads to this kind of open carved archway. Looking on ahead, Queglod, you see up ahead what looks to be more of a more of a cavernous terrain leading and winding down for another about 20-30 feet. Before it goes into what looks to be a large open cavern. Again, with that kind of drop off, you can't tell how steep it is here, but you can see to the right and the left it opens up, and you can't see any errant walls where you're looking. I'd also like a marching order, please.
Oh, I'll
First is
go.
on the right, last is on the left.
I'll stay middle front-ish, I guess.
Okay. Middle for
I'm
you.
going to assume Sasha's
I will
gonna
go in the
walk
middle.
Middle front-ish, yeah.
Whoop, whoop. No,
I
why,
guess
but I
I'll
keep.
go a bit in front.
You'll go a bit in front. Okay. You can. This is single file, so it will be Rook,
Okay.
Rook, Sudz. Where did you want Aurum and B?
And where's Sasha going to be?
I'll be in the middle so that
Orm
everyone can hear my
Okay,
sound
okay,
equally.
Sasha's gonna be at the front because Sasha is the tank. And Sasha has managed to survive things that Sasha really shouldn't.
Okay. Is it okay for Aurum and B to be at the back?
Yeah,
I
Orm
would
in the
prefer not to
backpack.
be at the back.
Hang on, is this a really narrow path?
Yes.
Remember, I'm still big.
Ah, yes, of course. You can squeeze through here. It's difficult, but you can squeeze through.
Ah,
It's
cool.
single file in the effect that if you were two abreast, you could probably do it as one medium and one small creature. So Queglod could be next to someone. But because the majority of you are medium, it's not going to be that possible. Because you're large, you're going to be squeezed through. You're just going to be shimmying and probably peeling dirt off the walls, getting into each little like nook and cranny of your armor as you're tearing through.
Nice. Just cleaning the walls in, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, nice and clean.
Okay. So, Sasha, how far forward do you go? From what you can see from this distance, you can see the edge of what looks to be the pathway. You don't know if it leads down into a stairway or anything. You can only see the edge where it seems to open up into another natural cavern.
I'm gonna keep. Basically, I'm gonna ask Queglod to just Queglod, keep an eye out front, and if you see anything, tell me to stop. And I'm just gonna keep going until Queglod says otherwise.
All right.
Or I'm going to die. So, because
Yeah.
I want to make that very clear. I'm not walking off a cliff if Queglod doesn't say don't walk off that cliff.
I mean, you've
Well,
got
what
some
if you
degree
don't
of dark
die?
vision, so.
I mean, there's a
No.
chance.
Then it's a bit iffy.
There's always a
So for my
there's
cooking
always
tip
a
at the moment-
chance dropping off a 500-foot cliff and is only 50d6. There's a chance he doesn't die.
Yeah, it could have rolled all ones.
For my cooking tip at this point, when cooking steak, remember a bit of salt and pepper before you cook it is just the perfect accompaniment. Anything more is just a bit over the top.
You're cooking steak. I hope you made it more for the class.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
cooking steak. It's just my only cook. It's one of my other cooking tips.
Oh, okay.
I'm the one supposed to be giving cooking tips here. Sasha.
Hey, look, this is Harlan, not Sasha.
So,
Sasha, how many times do we have to tell you this Harlan person isn't real?
They are not.
They are.
Stop
They
saying
are
that.
real.
They're cooking steaks right now in my mind. I can hear them sizzling. Oh, I'm so hungry.
So, Sasha, as you continue forward, going to the edge of the pathway here, you continue on for the 20-30 feet. You listen in. I'd like everyone to make stealth checks. Disadvantage
Chris,
on
just
Rook and Sasha.
Make my disadvantage one.
Yep.
It's a -1 modifier.
A -1
Okay.
modifier. Sasha, that's a 4.
That's 8 with.
That's about right.
And Infernal
That's a 4 in
is
total.
8 plus or minus whatever.
So mine's 10.
-1 pro.
Oh, I thought it was 3. It's way too much. I got a friggin' 7.
Alright. So, pretty good rolls all round by the looks of it.
I got a 16.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think they might
We're
hear us
all
coming.
so
They
stealthy,
might know we're
guys.
here.
I mean, they already knew we were here.
Between the clink clank clink clank clink clank of Sasha and the of Rook dragging his armor across stone and dirt through this hallway.
Ghaakt is just playing classical gas.
Yeah, you're fairly sure you've gone unheard.
Pretty sure Felipe is squawking every now and then.
As you get to the edge of this, you can see for about 30 feet of dark vision, where to your right and your left it curves out into the wall. You can see several what looks to be rough bits of rock, along with what looks to be various holes that seem to be positioned around the place. You also see that it goes down. You can't see the bottom currently with your 30 foot of dark vision. I know it's 60 foot, but you're in complete darkness, so beyond that's dim light, so you wouldn't be able to see that without higher perception. As you look down, you can see the edge. It continues going down and bits of rough rock sticking out every now and then, but otherwise you can't see the end of it. Looking across the way, it is still just a screen of darkness.
It seems dark.
Well, thank you for that bit of insight.
I mean, I suppose we are underground, but
Yeah.
Are there any, like, pebbles nearby?
Yeah, plenty. Rook's probably chipped off at least 10 from the wall.
We're underground. It's
Alright,
all pebbles.
I pick up 3 and I use the cantrip on the 3 of them and toss them up to Sasha. Use
Okay.
these.
Okay. Light cantrip, lighten them up. You slide the 3 of them past Rook. They slide up to where Sasha is before each of them catch on the ledge. The ledge itself is quite sheer with the rough rock here.
Right. Just straight down, or should I go for a bit of a bounce? Going overarm, underarm. What's your poison?
Try and spread them out a little bit so you can see as much as possible.
Right. Can I use my stone cunning on throwing stones?
To throw the stones in such a
No,
way that
stone
they chip
cunning's
against
more of a
the
knowledge of stones
Yeah.
rather than the knowledge of throwing
aerodynamics.
stone. Yeah, of aerodynamics. It's kind of
It was worth a try.
yeah.
I thought I'd give it a
Okay.
Can I perfectly chip these stones so they create more stones and thus more lights?
Do you want to make 3 checks or do you want to make 1 for all 3 of them?
I'll make 3 checks because I'm more likely to get at least one good one.
Okay. 11,
They were
11,
all
and 13.
decent.
There we go.
Oh,
Overall, pretty
nice.
good. And with your strength and kind of scattering them, you throw 1 off in what direction?
The forward direction.
Okay. Throwing 1 off in the forward direction. The first one, which is 11, plus your strength, which is 4. As it flies through the air, you watch as it illuminates the various areas. You can see as it goes to what looks to be a slightly narrower bit of stone before you see there's a ledge where it bounces once. And you watch as it fades off before it goes over what looks to be a slight lip. And you can see the glow behind it, but you can't see the stone itself as it stops. It's about 60 or so feet away from you is the opposite side of this, where there's a flat plateau.
Ah.
Or where the stone currently is. The gap itself is probably more about 40 feet. Where would you like to throw the next one?
Guys, I've done forward. I don't know any other direction.
Try and make a triangle.
I try and make a triangle.
Okay, so you're throwing 1 to the right and left then?
Yes.
Okay, you throw 1 to the right. As you throw it, okay, it flies for about 20-30 feet before it hits the wall. Slightly jumps up a bit before falling. You see several holes lined against the wall, the same holes as you saw before. As it travels down, you see all matter of claw marks, a reddish liquid coming out of a few of them. As it
Ew.
travels down, before you watch as it hits a ledge, bounces off and continues traveling down. Goes down about 80.
This is definitely some shady shit.
Goes down about 80, 90, 100.
Oh no.
Hits another ledge. and you watch as it disappears underneath you. And you can hear it
Well, that's
continuing
not
to
good.
bounce.
Okay, everyone, mind your feet.
As you throw one to
And
the
your
left,
other extremities.
as you throw the other one to the left, you watch as it flies, hits the wall about 40 feet out, and then falls and catches what looks to be another flat ledge. You can see on the ledge what looks to be a series of mats of hay and Morbin currently curled up. You immediately notice, however, that their torsos and their spines have been torn out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, delicious.
Oh,
Looking at the ceiling from this area, it kind of curves up and over. It's a bit rough from the first rock you threw. It travels over the lip, narrows down a bit, and then gets wider from there on. So you've got a bit more of a cavern before and around you. So, just for reference, you guys are here, and what you know of the cavern is it goes something like this. From what you can tell, and then it curves underneath you. Whereas this seems to curve out into a large lip, about 50 feet down, and you can see another one across the way. And then
well,
that's...
this is mildly terrifying. I mean, there's what is probably blood or the liquid that made up that gas stuff pouring down one of the sides. There's a giant drop.
I'm a little
Anybody got
dicey on the
climbing
time frame
gear?
of all this.
Yeah, this is.
I'm pretty sure at least several of us had ropes. That was a
Malcolm
discussion.
has
like...
climbing gear.
Yeah.
Malcolm bought climbing gear for the entire party
Oh,
when we were
thank
going
you.
to the mountain.
Oh.
And it was never used.
Oh. Well then,
So
I
you
think
have...
it's time we use it.
So I believe that means you have 300 foot of rope.
Yes.
a butt ton of rope.
But if I remember
That's not
correctly,
including the
I also
Infernal
have
was...
90 foot of rope on me.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Behold was carrying most of that. And then that got distributed to the party members. So if you have it in your inventory, then you've got it. But
I have 50 foot. I know that for certain.
I believe we used
I
50 foot from
have-
Ghaakt last session.
I have 9.
Where's mine gone? I can't find it in my inventory anymore.
You used it in the previous section in the
Oh,
area,
wait.
not far off.
Where'd it go? Is it still there?
Yeah, because you needed to get back up.
Ah, cool.
Oh, right.
I
I mean,
have
250 feet still good.
here. I have 100.
You have 100 foot. Okay, so you have 2 of the climbing gears then. And you've got 90 on Bern and
50
on
on
Sasha. Okay.
That's a pretty good amount, in my opinion.
Where do you wish to use the rope?
Yeah, where are we trying to go?
Queglod, actually, how tall is this tunnel, Bern?
Well, you're the one at the front. Currently behind, you look behind you as you say Queglod. You can see this massive rook just like shoulder barged into the wall, and you can see between his legs a Malcolm's a Malcolm's crouched down looking past.
Is there space up ahead for me to walk in?
Yeah, you can.
I
squeeze through.
can
Okay. Yeah.
I
Obviously,
can make it a little bit easier for Queglod to squeeze through.
Okay,
Well,
Queglod,
I can just
Queglod.
walk straight
Come
through you guys.
people's legs and
Yeah.
then climb up onto my shoulders to get a good view.
Okay.
I'm gonna like kneel down to, for maximum like step ladder.
I'm just gonna look at you doing this and then morph into Felipe and just sort of hover
You
above.
can't.
Can't
he's not
without
here.
Felipe.
Yeah, but I have him though.
Yeah,
Oh, did you spent your hour to get him back? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot you did that.
you could
Yeah,
do
he
that.
died, so I resummoned him.
Yep, I forgot you did that. Okay. Transforming
Yeah,
into
that's
Felipe,
fine.
you fly forward.
Mm-hmm.
5 forward.
You look around.
Yeah.
What was your stealth from before?
2. It's atrocious. This was a bad idea.
Okay. As you flap
It's
forward
4
and you
total,
and
yeah.
you fly out, you look around, and you immediately catch wind. Do you? Yeah, you do. Makes a lot of noise. You immediately catch wind as you look across the way into where the first light is. you can see now surrounding it, crouched down and staring at it, are two of those large abomination creatures just sat there staring at the light as it's now
Okay,
invaded their
interesting.
space. This is across this way.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down, you can see the very barest of the light, and you can see a cavern that curves underneath, leading down further this way.
Huh. Okay.
With a better look of this cavern, looking around with your dark vision, without the presence of light, it's a little bit more difficult depicting, or it's impossible to depict color. You can see the various holes matted around this entire cavern. Probably every 2 foot there's a 1 foot hole, and it's just matted around in a scatter of them all over the place. Don't know much about this chamber. However,
Okay.
as you're
Did we? Yeah. Remind me. Did we figure out what the holes were? Are they like burrows or?
you figured out that there was a back to them, so it suggested it was some kind of like hovel, like a alcove, but you
Okay.
don't know what their purpose was. As you're flapping there, you watch as one of the abominations kind of lifts its head and looks at you. You watch its dark, lidless eyes just stare at you. Then it goes back to the light, and you watch as it picks it up and attempts to eat it.
Okay.
As it picks it up, can I like try to make it brighter and then go out?
Not
Try
from
and
this
scare 'em?
distance. No, you're over 60. You're over 60 feet away from this distance.
Oh,
Plus, you're behind Rook, so seeing this would be a bit more difficult with a huge Minotaur blocking your path.
I just thought it would be
I-
funny.
Yeah.
And
As
Sasha, I believe your question was how high is this cavern? Or am I mistaken in that?
Sasha
I
is
have
muted.
never asked a question in my entire life, but no, I definitely have. But no, I was more interested in like, what can you see,
Okay.
given that you have the dark vision that can actually see
Yeah,
through
that's
the
fair.
dark.
Okay, so Monster Boy's over here-ish.
Yep.
Interested in the light. Cavern up here, lots of holes everywhere. So whatever's in those holes, there's lots of them.
Yeah. You watch as one of the monster boys over there picks up the rock and just.
Huh.
Ugh.
I can see it glowing through his eye socket.
You watch as it
Gross.
spits them out, and the little bits of rock disintegrate onto the ground. The light spell has broken from them. Just a correction,
Okay, so
Ghaakt.
the monsters are.
Who's drawing this? The holes are here.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're all over the place. Yeah.
Where was that?
Okay.
Alright, no. The other thing I need to draw. Where was that bloody matted thing? Was it here or was it down here? Alright.
Okay. And then this tunnel stretches off over this sort of way.
Yeah, it continues on this way. From what you can tell, it just seems to
Okay.
curve around like that.
Yeah. Obviously, it quickly gets to the point of going out of sight, so we don't necessarily know. Okay, I will fly back and sort of report all this.
Okay.
Okay, there's more of those. Well, transform back, obviously. There's more of those monstrosities over the other side, and it looks like the cavern continues down pretty far.
Down.
Well, that's haunting.
Hmm. There's also a lot of those little holes around.
See, we don't ever consider the worst case scenario for these holes is that they don't have a bottom so much as that they just condense slowly until they just create a space too small for us to move.
Oh yeah.
But you just keep
Yeah,
going
get
and then you
going,
just get
it's just-
stuck. That's like my number one nightmare. It's not falling and hitting the ground, it's falling and then you get stuck.
Hmm. Well, seeing as the abominations are on that side, that mean they went down on the other guys?
Kind
What
of
if they're just across? Does the place they're on keep going, or is there just a wall behind them?
curious about
From
that.
what you could,
Those abominations didn't seem to be the most obedient. I mean, they obeyed the guy who looked to be the commander, but they were happy to eat the rest of their friends.
Yeah.
looking at the, I was gonna say, looking at the abominations from the angle you saw, you could just about see underneath the roof where you were. Looking on, it does continue behind them.
Okay. Yeah, there is more cavern over there, so it might be that they're guarding something, but I can't imagine there's many morbin over there.
Hmm.
They look to be quite territorial from the way they investigated that rock.
Hey,
They're probably the leader told them to guard behind them, or it went down.
Or
Not
maybe the Hawk will just
sure.
keep them out of the way for emergencies, and that's just the place they've set up.
I mean, the way I see it, if we kill them now from a distance, because they'd have to climb up to us, right? Then they can't come up from behind us later.
Hmm.
Yes? No? Maybe? Anything?
I mean,
It's kind of we're
Okay,
We're all
what
like-
you're saying is if we take them now.
I mean, we could, like, what if we tempted them and they just fall down the hole?
they would
Like,
climb
could
back
they
up.
get
They
across?
climb up the other side. I can't
Oh,
fight.
yeah,
they leapt pretty far, so
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
they can
Yeah,
get
this
to
What
is
if
the-
we
yeah,
create
yeah,
some-
yeah.
wait.
Can't fight in this state, and nobody behind Rook can fight in their state.
And if you shoot magic missiles up my ass, I'll be most dissatisfied.
Look, Rook, do you want to just go to the... Do you just want everyone to sort of shimmy past you?
What if we created some sort of invisible barrier so if they tried to leap at us, they'd get hit by it and fall down like a
The
cartoon?
only
Do we
thing
have
with
anything for that?
Is the tiny hut.
Oh. Could I? I mean, we could stand here for 10 minutes while I create Liam's tiny hut. Then,
Honestly, we could have a long rest here in your tiny hut and then go down.
like, annoy them, and when they try to leap at us, they'll hit up against the tiny hut and then fall down.
Can you make the tiny hut and see through?
I think it's black, isn't it?
It's whatever color I want it to
He
be.
can change it to whatever color he wants. It's just textureless and smooth.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, voice in the sky.
So
You're
can he do like see through then, or
I mean, you can poke out of it.
Hey, you can always see out of it, but I don't know that it's.
They can't see. You can see out of it, but you can't see into it. But it has a color of his distinction that is that is smooth, and the entire color of the spirit or the dome itself. You
What if we
can't
put it-
mix and match.
Okay, make it dirt brown, like matching the walls, and then we stick our heads out, bother the shit out of them, and then they'll come up and try and murder us, and then when they leap onto it, they'll just be like donk and fall off.
I'll also point out, if you do this, not all of the party will be able to fit in because Rook is large. He can't go in the hut.
Oh no. Rook, what have you done? Thank God Rook wasn't with us when we were in the snow caps. That would have been awful. But, well, Rook, we're all going to be in
He's
the
not
hut. You stay
always
outside.
He's not always large.
Oh, wait, yeah.
He's large because of his growth potion. Which, by the way, at this point while we're having this conversation,
This was the worst possible time you could have
Probably
drunk
got-
that. Jesus Christ.
probably got about half an hour left.
Cool. Well, no, because it helped me deal with the abominations.
I also like what's happened here is that we've got a smaller Rook riding the big Rook, and also Queglod and the inner Queglod within themselves.
Don't talk to us or our sons ever again.
So,
To be on my son ever. Oh, wait.
is there any
wait.
way
So
we
what's the
can
plan?
get in front of Rook?
Oh no, Sasha ate Quedlock.
If you want to get in front of Rook, you're either going to have to let him go back the 30 foot, which is going to take quite a while because he's moving backwards through hallway, which he's squished into, or you let him pop out the other side, which is where Sasha and Queglod are currently standing on the edge. If any of you want to get past, you can't currently while he's there.
I think if we want to fight them, we're gonna have to get over there,
Hmm.
and that will probably involve waiting for
and
Rook to
hear me
shrink.
out here. We have a lot of range, and you can see them. So why not just clink at them?
The range is behind Rook.
Yeah.
Yes. But what if we let Rook go to the go back out, reorganize. Rook comes in from the back. The rest of us who have range are facing forward in descending height order.
By go back out, you mean?
Reverse.
Yes,
Reverse.
please
Yeah,
do
go back
all
how
of us.
far?
Let's
That's gonna take forever.
until we can put Rook in the back. Like, it's not like
Wasn't
we've
that
come
all?
a
Wasn't that
very
all the
long
way into the chamber? I feel like if we're going back that far,
We go the
it
other
makes sense
way.
to just go and investigate somewhere else.
Yeah, I was
Somewhere
gonna
that we
say,
can
do we
fight.
go the other path?
Yeah, go somewhere where we can fight in melee, so that we can actually get some use out of this potion before it wears off. Then come back.
Alright, let's check out the other one and see if it's possible, alright?
I mean, obviously we don't know, but I mean,
Simon.
oh yeah.
Or should I say Queglod? With your passive perception, you watch as one of the abominations turns and leaves. You don't know where the other one went.
Well,
Oh, it's
that,
definitely behind us. Or around us.
It seems to, the one that you notice seems to just stare into the darkness where you guys are. Just generally turns its head left and right, and then just turns and walks back, like lumbering slightly. Large footsteps. You can hear the sound of the dragging of its large metal blade behind it. That's embedded in its arm as it just drags it behind and wanders off.
Okay,
Seems
and I've
to
lost sight of the other one.
It seems to climb up over a small lip before dropping down.
Okay.
And the other one is still there?
The other one you didn't see leave, but you don't know where
Disappeared.
it's gone.
Okay. Well, we didn't hear it moving, so these things are pretty loud.
maybe it just died.
I would hope it wouldn't be able to sneak up.
It
on
just
us, but even so-
spontaneously turned into dust.
Should we try and head the other way, or
Okay.
how long did it take to get to here?
With Rook grinding through the front, probably took about maybe a minute. But if Rook's going backwards, it's going to take 4 or 5 minutes.
Rook can't turn around.
No, he can't. He just go backwards.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else, just get out of here. Maybe check out the other thing. I'll just help by pushing Rook from behind.
Sasha's already leaving.
How much time would it take to be able to use mold earth to make enough room for Rook to be able to turn around?
Probably.
Is it worth using mold earth to save 3 minutes?
Provided you don't. Provided
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Provided you don't hit any rock. Say a minute. But that would allow him to turn around, and then he'd still be grinding his way back.
Yeah,
But that would certainly be quicker than going backwards.
Yeah, it would save
So it
time.
would be quicker
Oh.
than going backwards, yeah. But then you'd have to deposit the earth somewhere. And the only way.
Why not in front of us?
Sasha,
make a
you
bridge.
take it.
Like make like a relatively thin layer on the ground.
Sasha,
I'll be a
eat this.
dwarven shovel. Move the 5 foot of earth into my hands. I turn around and throw it off the edge.
All
The
right.
most efficient mud displacement machine.
Okay, so this
Hey,
is your
Sasha,
plan.
this mud tastes weird.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
try and help?
Using
Rook be
mold
able to
earth,
turn around?
pushing the earth around Rook forward, Sasha scoops it up in a shovel and just shoves it over her shoulder.
Again, I don't have a shovel. I am the shovel.
You are the shovel. You have an Uber pick. You're fine.
Oh shit, I do. I forgot about.
Yeah.
Love my Uber pick.
It's multi-purpose dwarven mining and clearing terrain tool. It's like a bigger Swiss Army knife.
Oh, dear me.
As you proceed to do this, you Queglod, from across the way, you watch the large abomination stand there, and you watch as it hears the sound from below as it walks up to the edge of where its lip is and looks down. And then you watch as Sasha throws a lump of earth over the side. You watch as its head snaps up and then just follows the earth down.
Huh. Okay.
Well, that's not terrifying at
Yeah.
all.
Okay. So
You
be
watch
over
as it
there. Over here.
as it does this. You watch as its face kind of turns into more of a snarl, raises its blade and slams it onto the ground. As this happens, you hear what sounds to be the sound of more footprints from behind, as you watch as from across the way about 5 more of these abominations clinging to the wall and almost acting kind of like gorillas swing down and land on the ground next to it as they all stand there and watch the dirt fall.
Oh,
Back up.
jeez.
Nope, we're backing up. We're backing
Go,
up.
go.
Okay, Rook. At this point, it's been about half a minute. If you wish to attempt to turn around, I'll say give me an athletics check to
Okay.
break the rest of the way round, to turn around and move forward.
Right.
Hey Malcolm, how about using that?
Nope.
Oh,
You
whatever
go
they
to
call it?
turn, and there's a... And you look, and you're caught between 2
Like,
rocks.
my athletics is 8. So
I know.
that's 9.
I mean, that's a nat one.
That's a nat 1. Plus
It doesn't
8
matter.
minus 5 is a 4. As you turn, you
Oh,
get
is it?
wedged
Yeah.
between 2 bits of rock as you look to either side, and you're now wedged and you're now squeaking. If you wish to continue, you can, but you will make a lot of noise.
Should I try again?
Does anyone have silence?
Nope.
If only Dullahan was here.
Okay, wait. Rook is right behind me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push him. I'm going to physically push him the rest of the way.
Okay. So if you wish,
And I'll
if
help
you
by trying to move.
okay, make me an athletics check with advantage then, because Sasha
Grease
is
the
helping you.
horns.
Okay. That is...
Right, 16 plus
16
8.
plus 8.
You turn. You're free, and you hear from across the way. You hear the slamming of metal as you watch as one of them just
now.
runs and leaps off of the edge. As it does,
Don't
you
worry.
get a
I
sense
can hold.
why the large sticking out rocks are there, as you watch as one of them clings on as its claw digs into the wall next to one of these rocks as it uses its blade almost like a pickaxe to climb up. You watch as behind it 2 more leap off of the edge and climb onto the wall behind it. What are you guys
Oh.
doing? If you...
Bugger me,
with the-
you lot move, because I can't fight.
Okay, let's go to the place where we actually have a little bit of space to move.
Okay. Alright.
Up through there.
Yeah, we're.
Wait,
we're
why
moving.
didn't I just
Still a Rook in
teleport
the
him out?
way.
Oh well.
He's one size larger than you. You can't.
Ah, damn it.
No, teleport me
Rook,
out.
why did you drink that stupid potion? This was the worst idea you've ever had.
If
Hey,
he,
it helped a
if he
lot.
hadn't, he probably wouldn't have been able to lift the abominations off the bridge and over.
That's still from that, is it?
Yeah.
I thought
It
it
lasts an
refreshed.
hour, so yeah.
No.
Well, it lasts 1d4 hours.
1d4 hours, yeah.
Oh boy.
Just imagine, he could have had this for 4 hours.
Okay.
He could.
Just throwing a
Yeah,
possibility out
Didn't
here.
roll.
Yes.
Would it be possible if you were to cast Reduce on Rook in his current state? Would that work?
Burn.
Bern.
Infernal?
Would it work, Chris?
It would, yeah. And then you could cancel your concentration to give him back his enlarged state.
Once we get out of the tight corridor.
Yeah, because the 2 of them would cancel
I
out,
mean,
and then the moment you drop your concentration, the growth would come back.
I mean,
Okay,
do you
obviously it
turn
costs a
around,
spell
or
slot.
is it still gonna take long to get?
If you make him smaller, you'll probably shave off about 30 seconds. So you'll half the time you'll need to do that. Because you guys can then run full pelt up this.
That might give us a chance to get back into the other chamber before they get
Yeah, I think
to us.
Enough talking, more doing. They're coming.
Do it.
Yeah, sure.
That was in character, by the way.
Okay. You cast Reduce on Rook. As Rook, you return back to your normal size.
Great. Okay.
Why didn't we just do that in the first place?
Didn't think of it until now.
I mean, I thought about it, but I realized I didn't have the spell, and then
Okay.
we brought it up.
Okay,
and
let's
we
back up.
had it.
Cool. Well, let's leg it.
Okay.
Yeah,
as
we're
you,
running.
As you proceed to leg it, Sasha, as you're moving, you watch as a claw grabs onto the edge of where you are. And
I immediately cast Sacred Flame.
you cast Sacred Flame on it? Okay. Dexterity saving throw for it. Nope. I don't care what your save is. That's a nat 1.
It
Okay,
falls.
that's a total of -3. So if you'd like to go
I
ahead...
think I've got to get something out of that, right?
What's the
So
damage of Sacred
that's-
Flame?
A negative. What?
It's 2d8.
It takes a -5 penalty because of the 1. So it's actually still a positive. It goes up to 2,
48
then
now,
down
or
by
what?
5. -3. So, 2d8 did you say?
Yes.
Okay, that's 9 points of radiant damage. As you cast it, you watch as the abomination's hand burns into this kind of light red flame. As it does so, you watch as it pulls its hand away, shakes it from one side. It does take the damage, and you hear the sound of, and you hear the sound of tearing. As you look back over the ledge, and you can see the other abominations have started tearing into their friend.
Ah,
Oh.
Yay!
Ooh, it's a distraction.
Run!
Right, we're running. We're running. We're
Okay.
very much
Yeah.
running.
As
We can make them kill themselves.
you proceed to bolt and you run, you hear the sound of tearing before it begins to subside. You get back to the main area. What are you doing?
Do we just go straight down the other path?
We don't want these things following us down the other path. That's
Yeah.
another type. That's another type place. We don't want to do that.
If we're gonna
If there's
fight
still
them, we
fi-
should fight them here.
Yeah, we're gonna fight them here.
Coming.
How many of them were there?
From
five.
what Sasha saw, 6, now 5.
Actually, there is a good point. If we're all able to do our things now, it might be very good to like be at the entrance to this thing because we basically have a kill shoot.
Yeah. Are
Right.
they still coming though? That's what I'm
Okay.
asking.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the.
As you go
Yes.
round into this main area, you wait to see what happens. Rook returns back to his large size. Whoop, 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 whoop. As he stands there again, standing and waiting and watching. You look down the corridor. 5, 10, 20 seconds go by. 30 seconds. You don't seem to hear anything coming from the corridor. How long do you wait?
I thought you said horridor there, and that's
Corridor.
pretty.
I'm
That
going
would
to
be
wait for
appropriate.
5 minutes, and that's it.
Okay, wait.
Hey,
Any-
Malcolm, do you think you could use Shape Earth to close this up?
That would take a lot of time.
That would. To make
I
it
mean, we've been
packed
waiting here for
earth-
20 minutes.
Also, they can.
Yeah.
The time we
Just
were
dig
waiting, you
through.
could have done that by now.
They can break.
They can just dig it.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you wanted to make packed shape earth, or using the cantrip, you're gonna probably have to take half an hour to an hour to make it mildly shaped. But even then, Rook could probably just bust through it by walking through it. Earth
I'm
isn't
just
very
gonna
just
pick
strong.
up some.
Yeah.
I'm just
Rook
gonna.
just walks through it
pick
like
up
it's a
these-
Japanese screen door.
So, whoops, was that a something there?
I'm just gonna pick up some random bits and bobs around, cast the light cantrip on them, and have Rook or Sasha chuck them down
Like,
so we
Okay,
can
no,
see if
no.
anything
I
comes.
like. No. If they're
Why?
not following us, let's check out the other one. I don't want to catch their attention.
I mean,
I do
nothing bad
agree.
happened when we threw lights before. What could happen if we did it again?
Well, I
This
mean,
is a
they could do
terrible
in
way
the
to
They-
live.
corridor that we throw the lights down. We might end up hitting them.
And we know that they're there and coming.
We already know that they're there.
We already know they're there.
And
We
we're
don't
there.
know.
coming. Oh,
Yeah, but they're not coming, guys.
Yeah, but if they're not coming, then the chances are they will be
But
coming.
what if they decide to come when we're in the tight space again? Then we're trapped.
Well, all right, fine. I'm gonna take one of the rocks and just chuck it.
Okay. Stops in the hallway.
Can we see anything?
No. You see the hallway, and looking down, you can see the mess you guys have made of the hallway.
Okay, so I vote we check out the other one.
Yeah, likewise.
All the way to the edge, we see?
You can't see all the way to the edge. You can say about halfway down, and then to the point where Rook got jammed, so near to the edge.
Throw one more, a little bit long.
Can I just send my orbs out? Or like, come on.
Sure.
I have.
What's the range on those?
I think it's 120.
120 on dancing lights.
Cantrips. It is. Yep, 120 feet. But they have to be 10 feet within each other.
Okay.
Away from.
You sending them out as
Why
one.
have we been using
No, wait, hang on.
rocks?
No,
One-
sorry, 60 feet. No, wait.
Oh, right.
There's so many numbers. Which one is it?
60 feet, it would be. 60 feet sounds better because I'm just thinking like 120 feet. That sounds a bit much.
No, the range is 120 feet. But I can move them 60 feet to a new spot on a turn. And the light is a 10-foot glow.
Yes, it's a 10-foot glow of dim light.
Okay, A light must be within 20 feet of another light. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
It's 120 feet, but they each have
It
to be
is
within
120
20 feet of each other.
Okay. So are you making
Could
one
you
big
sort of
light,
like
or are
a-
you making a series of 4 dim lights?
I'm gonna make 4 dim lights and just have them circulate around. See if we can make out a silhouette or something.
The 4 dim lights travel down the corridor. From what you can see and what Queglod can see, you don't seem to see anything. Before Queglod, you watch as a hand pulls itself over the side. You can see blood and what looks to be a black bile dripping from its maw as what looks to be one of the abominations gets up and looks at the light as it stands there almost mesmerized by it before it takes its blade and slices through it. Doesn't seem to do
Okay,
anything
we have company.
at this
Move them
point.
back, man.
Or
Maybe they
maybe
chased
not.
it. Should we move it back and then let it chase it? Come to us?
You watch as
Why?
one more of them climbs over the edge and kind of begins to shoulder barge the other one out of the way as it takes a snap at the dancing light. The dancing light goes out.
I don't think we
Well,
should
they're still
start
there.
antagonizing these.
Now,
I think we got our answer.
It seems like they only do anything
Ye-
when
yes,
when
Chris?
in response to something.
are any of you injured? By
Uh,
that I mean not on maximum hit points.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Roll me a
I am
stealth
missing
check.
a
I'm
single
not.
hit.
Okay, everybody who's
Oh,
not
yeah.
on maximum hit points, please make me a stealth check. And this is not using your armor, so no disadvantage if you're
20.
with all this.
Wait, no, I think it's 19.
2.
uh,
Stealth.
Yep, 19.
Okay.
5.
This is why you always use your hit die.
I did.
I
and it fell down
did.
a hole.
I did. It put me on within and only 1 hit point missing, and I figured that was good enough.
Yeah, I'm missing 4.
Okay. As you're all standing there, you watch as the one at the front
Ah, it smells blood.
as you watch as it draws its blade to its side, it slams it against the wall again with that ringing sound before you hear a chorus of shouts and growls from behind it.
Are there any big rocks or something I can shove in this hole?
You could probably make one. If you hit the wall hard enough at your size, you could probably cause the portion of it to collapse inwards. However, if
Can
that would
I
stop
try
you,
that?
I don't know.
Give it a
go
shot.
ahead.
No. We need to see them.
They can dig through.
They
They
can
can.
dig. This is no, Rook, bad Rook.
Are you
Squirty
engaging in
bottle.
combat?
Squirt.
How far
I-
are they away from?
There are
They
5
are
of
they
them.
are
I
down
think
the
there's 4 of them
corridor
now.
about 60 feet away from you.
We don't definitively know how many of these there are. Like,
There were 5, then they ate 1, so now there's 4.
that's
No,
not
there were 6
four.
in
That was 6. Now there's 5
Oh, okay.
that we've seen so far. There may.
Actually, no, not 60 feet. About 100 feet down.
100 feet.
Sasha is happy to enter combat.
Same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
Vote
And I'd
with
like to
Sasha.
cast blood shell on myself.
I have no map for this area, and seeing as you're entering combat, I would like you to roll initiative.
I'm
Yeah,
also
let's go for the call.
since I knew we're deciding to go into combat. I'm turning into one of them.
3.
Oh, wow. Can you do that?
Is that okay, Chris?
Yep, that's fine. This isn't accurate, but this is what I'm using for now. Alright, where did I put my
Wait,
tiles?
what are you
They're
turning?
up here, aren't they?
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
I'll take one of you out. So, let's go ahead and get this started.
Yes.
The moment Malcolm turns, I just go, "Holy mother of!"
Okay. Okay, as these guys are all lined up, I'll say that's the opening you guys made.
I need Mr. Crystal.
You need Mr.
Alright.
Crystal. Okay.
Rolling for
We'll
initiative.
say this will be at the first of your turn. This will be on your first turn due to the declaration of initiative.
Aww.
15 plus 1. Why is my initiative 1?
So I need.
Wait, oh, I am at full health. Oh, I succeeded that check anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, probably.
Weird. Oh, wait. Wait, why am I...
It doesn't matter. Too many of your party failed otherwise.
Yeah.
All right. So group 1. That's your initiative. Group 2. Ooh, that's your initiative.
It's plus dexterity, right?
It should. There should just be an area
Stay
called
right next to
initiative.
your AC.
Yeah, mine's 1, but I feel like it should be bigger than that.
Nope.
Alright, so it's 16.
Okay, I need to do 25 to 20. So 25 to 20.
21.
You need to roll for me, Chris.
All right. And Sasha as well.
Yeah.
All right, Bern, you got a 15. Sasha, you got a 19. That's pretty good for you, Sasha. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn the
18
music
now.
down a bit. It's a bit loud.
Yes. It's a little bit.
Turn it down a bit. I think that's better. All right, so 25 to 20. Anyone?
21.
Okay, you're at the top of the initiative. So if you want to go ahead and place your initiative order as you see fit. So
Okay.
you're at the top of the initiative. I'll also
I am.
get you these 3 guys for you to place when they show up. 20 to 15.
Sasha.
Harlan has 18.
Harlan has 18. 15 to 10.
14 on me. Weird.
10 to 5.
7.
Uh,
6.
7, 6. Actually,
Ghaakt.
what did you get? What did you get? Infernal.
Ghaakt.
Hmm?
Infernal got 14. Ghaakt, what's your initiative?
I got 16.
Yeah, that's what I was about to change.
Ooh.
Because I knew Ghaakt, I just forgot what Infernal
we go.
got.
Ooh, I put that in the wrong place. Alright, so. Oh no, I didn't. I was right the first time. Trust my instincts, Chris. Nope. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, so, top of the round, Malcom. You are beginning combat. As you look down the corridor, you can see you can see one of them preparing to move forward, as it has caught your scent and has now alerted the others to your presence.
You know what I'm doing.
Okay, these. I need to quickly do some
How
things.
are we setting up here? See that no one's in the map.
Yeah, I was gonna be close to the entrance because I knew what I was gonna do. So.
Okay.
What did you turn into, by the way?
Oh yeah, right. You guys need to
We'll
set
see.
up your positions.
Yeah.
So position yourselves as you would see fit here. Rook, I assume you'd be fairly near the front. Sasha as well, you'd be
Harlan, I
fairly near the
assume.
front.
Yeah.
Queglod further back, Orm around the corner, just to be sure. B probably up in the air, I'd imagine. Alright, Ghaakt and Bern, where would you like to be placed in this combat?
I'm gonna hide behind Rook so I can
So
touch
I'll
them
go-
with healing magics if needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go behind Sasha so I can actually see.
Outwards a bit or next to Rook as well?
I'll go to the one above and to the right of Sasha.
Slightly important note. What is the height of this cavern?
The height of where you currently are is probably about 20 foot up.
Okay,
As-
so we
as
don't
it-
want
and
them
then
leaping over
But
us.
then it steeply rises to the point where if you're about, I'd say here backwards, it's probably about 40 foot up, and then back a little bit further is 60 foot up. So it gains quickly,
Okay.
and about I'd say about here is where your rope is currently dangling. So if you did want to run away, the rope is there. Okay. So Malcolm, top of the round, what were you doing?
Using the new thing,
Okay.
becoming Crystal Boy.
So you're expending a 4th level spell slot for this?
Yep.
Okay. Where did I put those tiles? I prepared them.
You had them over in this area somewhere.
I delete them.
You might have accidentally deleted them.
Well, time to recreate them. You're going Crystal Boy, right?
Yep.
Alrighty then. Let's drop that down to a medium size. There is no way you're getting bigger than that. I would have thought that was
Yeah. Unfortunate, but is how it is
Okay.
for now.
You will watch as Malcom goes down onto all fours, and you watch as a bit of magic crackles across him as you watch as his skin begins to shimmer and shine as he begins to be shape into what looks to be some form of crystalline dragon. As he transforms into a small baby dragon wyrmling of crystal variety as it stands there, claws forward, elongated snout, the prismatic colours reflecting off of it, off of the light stones which I believe you created behind you.
Huh.
The tail of it swings behind, two large wings, even for a baby, reach outwards and flap slightly as Malcom is currently there.
So Malcom discovered kinning.
What would you like to do? That uses your action to transform because you're not using your bonus action because of your
Yeah.
not unable to attack.
Yeah.
Anything for a bonus action?
Malcolm is. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can do with the bonus action.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fly onto like the ceiling and wait.
Okay. Flying up onto the ceiling and grabbing onto the wall there, you wait. You wait there to see if they notice you as you travel up. In this form, you have not lost hit points,
Nope.
so keep that in mind. Similarly, on your turn, at the same time as you watch as the green ones from behind, as one of them begins to get frustrated with this, and you watch as with its claws and blade, it begins to dig and tear through the hallway in front of you. It's going to be able to move 5, 10, 15 feet, and you watch as it's kind of digging past its friend, tearing through the wall. This one's going to follow
these
behind.
maps.
Seeing that, I say to Sasha, they're probably gonna dig through the walls. Let the others know, because the others can't understand me.
Nope, because it's in Draconic.
I relate this to the rest of the party.
Okay. So, Sasha, you would relay this on your turn, which is now. So on your turn, you shout out to the rest of the party from the cavern that they're digging through the walls, they're coming towards you.
I'm going to be casting Blood Shell on myself.
Casting Blood Shell on yourself. Okay. As Sasha grabs her holy symbol, fire radiating from her hand, you watch as her skin begins to bleed this kind of dark red color, before you watch as it crystallizes around her form, forming this weaved lattice of almost external armor across her skin, creeping up towards her neck and encompassing portions of the armor itself around her form. You apply the relative bonuses for that then, please.
Just give me a second. I'm still on my phone.
And everyone's got crystal dragon forms.
Have they?
Well, everyone's getting covered in crystal.
I'm not.
You ain't, but we'll show them. You don't need to be a crystal.
Would that be your turn, Sasha, or...?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna try and put myself into a defensive stance to sort of hold off anything that comes through the tunnel.
Okay, forming a defensive stance. Any ETA until you'll be on Discord, by the way?
Maybe 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, just because you've been quiet this entire session, because I didn't want to turn you up, because I didn't know how long.
I know, I'm trying my best.
Alright, next in the order, Ghaakt. You're standing behind,
boy.
you watch as Malcom transforms into a crystal dragon wyrmling, and
What?
Sasha covers herself with blood. which
Whoa.
then proceeds to crystallize into armor.
Whoa. Oh man. What's the range here? That's 15.
Woof woof. It's 14, so 14 times 5, so 70 feet.
70 feet. Pretty sure I don't have anything that reaches that far, except, well, dancing lights, but also, well, dimension door, but also. 1 second.
Bern, did you want to take your turn while we wait?
Sure, I guess.
What you gonna do, bro?
Can I see them from where I'm
Dogs.
assuming? Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, cast Shatter and cause a cave in.
Maybe, but I could also cast Crown of Madness at the one at front. At front.
Ooh.
Probably. Wait.
Because they're far away from us, and right now the only things they can attack are each other. So,
Is that
That could be
charm?
good, unless they're immune.
let's see.
Probably won't work on that. Yes, eh?
Oh, hang on, second.
Bern?
I mean, there's the point.
Let's see. One humanoid
Back
one
early.
humanoid of your choice can see within range, succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
Do you want to cast it?
I mean, there's nothing that says that it wouldn't work. I mean,
I mean, they might not be. I don't know if they count as humanoid.
I mean, they have 2 arms and 2 legs, a body and a head.
They seem kind of like a monstrosity or an undead or a construct or something.
Oh boy, is that the distinction? It's not.
Yeah, humanoid's like an actual thing. I've been burned on
Yeah.
that before.
That's stupid. But alright, Shatter's too far away to shatter. But I can hypnotic pattern them if you guys need some more time to set up.
What are you going to do, Ghaakt?
I can hypnotic pattern
I
them.
don't know if
give us more
didn't
time to
we
set
try
up.
that last time and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Does it say humanoid there too?
No, just counts as a charm.
No, but it's a charm, and I don't think charms
Yeah.
work.
Wasn't it that they weren't intelligent enough or something like that? Didn't work.
I wish it would say that. Because it says it for Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That's the only one it says it for, and I don't have that one anymore. They're too far away to Bane.
You can always hold an action if you want to wait till they get closer.
Yeah, I'll hold.
Or you're going to hold. I need to know the spell and the specific trigger.
Hmm.
You can always move forward and back as well.
You can. And because your
Oh,
position, it
so
will be 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to here.
Could I move back?
Yeah, you'd then be able to move back 10 feet.
2, 3. Alright, I'm gonna go here. And that closes the range, so now it's should be about at least 60.
Yeah, that's 60 exactly. There is
Mhm.
60.
So it's time to... Where's the thing? Do you have one for Shatter?
Shatter's radius?
Yes.
What is it?
The Shatter's radius is...
10-foot radius sphere.
Mm-hmm.
10-foot radius sphere. So there. That's what you'd be able to do at 60 feet. I'd also say you'd have to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to get that line of sight, just because the cavern winds a bit.
Alright, I'll do that and unleash my Shatter.
Okay, save.
A kaboom!
Constitution. DC?
The DC is... 16.
Okay, they both fail.
Haha.
As that one takes how much damage? Go ahead and roll it.
It's
3d10, I believe.
yeah. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah, 3d10.
There you go.
Which are these?
Was that you rolling really badly, Chris?
19. Better than last time.
What did you say, Infernal?
Was that you just rolling really badly, or what?
For what?
For the con save.
Yeah, they go pretty poorly on this one, unfortunately. Yeah, they don't do too well against cons sometimes. Most of the time they do, but not today.
Oh, that was my last spell on 2nd level.
Okay, you cast Shatter. As you take your VL, you slam against the ground, releasing the notes. They travel forward and vibrate the cavern as it begins to shimmer and shatter around. The wall does not hold, and proceeds to create difficult terrain in front of them as they will now have to burrow through it. Similarly, you do not have line of sight of them. Okay, if you wish to move 10 feet, you have 10 feet of movement left, and a bonus action if you wish to use it.
1, 2, and then I slap a hand on Rook's knee,
Slap
and
that
then
knee.
I begin my practice dance.
Oh.
Okay. You perform an interpretive dance to give inspiration to Rook, I imagine?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually more of a cheerleader dance.
Just to make sure that we're clear on this, you should have gotten your inspirations back after your short rest, because you are...
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I knocked that down to 3. Hang on, I haven't done it yet.
End of Ghaakt's turn, because that'll be all your
Said I haven't
actions
done it yet.
What
You
the
told me I
inspiration?
need to actually have like limericks for this, and then I made one.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you said you
wow,
were doing a
really?
dance. Okay, in which case, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm doing both. As I said, it's got more of a cheerleader chant.
Okay.
Oh, one.
Oh crap! What was the middle verse?
Love it. He's made an actual song.
Made an actual song.
Rook, leave him shook. Take that bat, hit that. Well, fuck, that doesn't work. Damn it.
Yes. I love it.
Okay, just for the sake of sanity and time, Bern, it's your
Just takes a
turn.
piece of paper out of the pocket, just scrunches it up and throws it away.
Alright, Bern.
Alright, you
Way
guys said I
too
don't
much
have
money on
line
these
of...
pom poms.
No, you can't see anything right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, definitely. Now you can't.
Yes, no one can see anything. There's a cave in.
Mm-hmm.
This thing looks amazing, by the way, Chris.
You can thank Zenosa for that.
I very much do. For everything. Especially this.
I'm just gonna bring these down just in case you choose to use them. Bern, what are you doing? Come on. We got tons, or these things are just gonna burrow through and you're gonna skip it.
Alright, I'm transforming weapon into siblings.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna... Huh?
And?
And I'm gonna... hold my action to...
I know it's been a
slide
week,
them
guys,
behind.
but
Oh my god.
Malcom, the guy
Oh
who's
my-
notorious for his turns, had his turn done in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know exactly what I wanted to do.
I'm gonna hold my action to move them behind them when
Okay.
they come through.
Okay, behind an attack. Got it. Alright, on their turn. As it seems, both groups are going at the same time here.
Oh, both.
Oh fuck!
As the two of them go, this one seeing
okay,
the dig begins to dig through, tearing through the difficult terrain here. As it tears through 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, dash, 5, 10, 20, 25.
For a second, I thought that was you
30.
putting
Alright.
3 more of them behind us.
Who is injured in this current pile of people?
Mate,
Well,
You-
since
That
it
is
was
the point
already
of blood
my
that
turn,
changes
they were
anything.
holding their actions.
Yep,
so
they were holding their
Orem
actions.
gets her tail attack on this thing.
Go ahead and make the tail attack for
Technically,
Or.
my maximum has been lowered.
Yep.
Yeah, Sasha's
Is your-
covered in
are
blood.
your
That changes anything.
Are your current equal to your maximum currently?
My
Orem is not.
I don't know. Give me a sec to reread the
Uh,
spell as well.
Tail is
You
a.
half your max and your current.
Okay.
You go ahead and make the tail attack. The others are going to move up as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's a 16.
20. 16 for...
For Mr. Red Boy. The red boy in front of.
Okay, 16 hits.
Alright,
Yeah, I am
Eight.
technically I technically have 0 wounds because my max has been lowered, but I am covered in
Yeah, okay.
crystallized blood.
That's
so-
fair. Yeah, I don't know why I bothered asking.
it needs to make a con save as well. Oh, wow. That is 3 1s.
7. Okay, within range.
5d6 rolls 3 1s.
Alright, 5d6. What's the damage total?
13 plus 3 slashing, and it needs to make
For the tail.
Oh, wait. I was on the wrong page.
No, I was like, wait, slashing for a tail?
Yeah, I'm like.
It's made
I'm
of crystal.
confused as well.
That's not how that
Alright.
works. It's still bludgeoning.
It's
Okay.
6 plus 4,
6 plus 4. Okay, so 10 points of damage to that one. Okay.
and needs to make a strength save.
Strength save. 6.
It fails. It is prone.
Okay. Falls prone. Okay. As Orem comes in, swinging with the tail, striking against the kneecap of this thing, tripping it over as it slides down in front of Rook. As it's prone on the ground, it has no more movement, so it's going to attempt to swing against Rook as he is damaged. Now, remind me, it's with disadvantage because he's prone, right?
Also, my
yes.
sword should have went behind.
Wait. Yes, disadvantage for attacks while prone,
Disadvantage.
but advantage against them.
Okay, that's good because that was a natural 20.
Yo, Chris,
Natural 19 still hits.
Yeah, can't win them all.
That's true. And its second attack. Oh no, it doesn't get to make it.
yo, Chris, my blade should have moved behind.
Yep, they are.
So
Uh,
that the red guys got.
Yep.
that means
they'll make their attack in a moment.
B. That means B gets her tail attack with the advantage. Because
No,
10 feet.
She. Oh yeah, that's right, 10 feet. Yeah, she'll get her attack with advantage here. So Rook, you take
That hits.
11 points of slashing damage, non-magical, so reduced to 8. As the large abomination, as it slides onto the ground, it swings up with its blade, carving into your kneecap where Ghaakt just touched. Ghaakt, you pull your hand away, as you almost got hit.
Nah.
Then it takes how much damage from the tail attack?
It takes 21.
What was the hit roll, by the way?
21 plus 3, and it was 17 plus 6.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. Okay, so how much damage was that? 24 damage?
24 slashing. Yes.
Okay, 24 slashing.
And
damage.
needs to make a con save.
Okay, rolling nice and poorly today. That's a 6.
It is incapacitated for 1 round.
Okay. So, as it takes a swing, you watch as the tail slams down onto it and just goes... as it's now partially asleep. Your 2 blades swing into it, as it is also prone, as it is incapacitated. Is it incapacitated or it's incapacitated, isn't it? So it
It
just
is-
can't perform actions and stuff.
Yeah, incapacitated.
Yeah, so it can't perform actions. So these are just advantage rolls. No auto critting. 19 to hit, hits. 19 to hit.
Well, isn't it prone as well?
They're
Or is it-
prone,
oh,
yeah.
is that-
And it's 2d4 on each of your blades.
Yes.
Okay, this first one takes 9 plus 5 from each, so 19.
Yep.
Yep, alright, 19. Taking that guy down well below half. Okay, that guy's not looking good. So, as the two blades carve into it, circular saws grinding up the back spinal column and into the shoulder blades, tearing it open, you see the portion of the black bile just dripping and oozing from its back portions where it seems to be stitched together from various other Morbin. You can see this thing is knocked out, currently on the ground. It's not doing great by the looks of it. It seems to be mostly falling apart. As the one next to you, Sasha, is going to take a swing. And he gets to make... Actually, no.
Hooray.
It's got a new favourite target. Which it makes with advantage because its ally's
Oh,
prone.
come on, I'm covered in blood!
Yeah, I know, and its ally's just been torn up.
He's red.
As he makes an attack versus his ally. Okay.
That's a good point, actually.
Okay.
No, I guess Crown of Madness was kind of a no point. Just give them a bit of a scratch and they'll just tear each other apart anyway.
Okay. You watch as it kills its friend
He's gonna start feeding on
and proceeds to consume it. As it
Oh,
does
that's
so,
the point.
Feeding Frenzy is activated. Roll a d10. Oh, no, not d10, d20. That is a failure, so it doesn't continue. Okay, so it gets to make one additional attack. Actually, no. My correction, it used its Devour, so no, it doesn't get to make an additional attack. However, the one behind is going to attempt to devour. As a success.
Imagine there were two. Imagine there were two abominations underground, and
Darn it! I got so lucky. Oh wait, no. It's advantage when it's consuming a dead corpse. Okay. And so I roll again. Nope, didn't get that one. Okay. So that thing's still got 2 charges. As that thing is now going to move forward, with the blades now behind it. It moves forward and smelling the next nearest source of damage. Rook swings at you again.
God's sake.
Being
Who
damaged
decided
sucks,
to
doesn't
fight these damn things?
it? Does a 20 hit you?
I made myself all
No.
tasty for them
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Out of the 3 swings it takes against you, the first one, cleaving through, you lift your axe up and it grinds off the side. As it goes in for the next swing, it clangs against your armor, missing, but as it goes for the next one, it jams it through into your lower collarbone, just a smidge where your armor's just thin enough. That is a natural 20, cancelled out by the adamantine armor. So you take 14 points of slashing, reduced to 11. As the blade jams into your collarbone, it draws blood and peels it back, licks it off of the end, and you hear howling from the corridor behind as these two are now activating their feeding frenzy.
from what?
What the fuck are they eating?
They're
Who
not,
they? Who did they?
They're
eat?
not. They can smell the dead corpse up ahead. As you don't need to roll a perception check to smell blood when these things have got stupid high perception for corpses. Okay, that ends their turn. Rook, it is now you.
Oh, Rook.
Oh, my
Go.
god, I'm just above half health already. Not going well. Right, Jesus Christ. Right, okay, I'm gonna hit this guy, blue one, with Great Weapon Master.
Alright, Great Weapon Master, go ahead and make your
Is it
attack.
theoretically surrounded?
It's not surrounded, but it's with an
Okay.
advantage because it's out. Actually, yeah, it
Wow.
would be
But it's
surrounded.
advantage
It would be
because of
surrounded.
weapons anyway.
Okay, total to hit.
To hit, that'd
3
be
plus what minus
9.
4? Okay, 3 plus 9 minus 4 because you used Great Weapon.
Wait,
Master.
was that with advantage?
Uh-huh.
Yep, so that is 7. That doesn't hit.
Didn't think so.
Next attack hits, and because it wasn't a critical, you can go ahead and roll your damage, but I doubt you'll be able to kill this thing in one hit.
No.
This is which one? The blue one?
11.
Yep.
Yeah.
How much damage? 11 plus...
11 plus 5.
Plus 5
You
plus
roll a
Great
d4.
Weapon Master.
And the Great Weapon Master is
Plus 8.
8.
So that should be plus 13. So that is 24 points of damage. Woo. I forget how powerful you guys are. Looks like these guys aren't going to be much of a challenge to you.
Especially when they keep eating each other.
Exactly. As you bring your axe through, you cleave through the torso
Also,
of
he
this
should
thing.
have a D4 as well. Because he's big.
Oh yeah, that's right. Roll me a d4. See how much extra damage you do. 2. Alright.
Cool.
Takes 2 extra points of damage. Okay, and you have your bonus action if you wish to attempt to hammering horns it, or if you wish to use a horn attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's a
horn
boom.
attack it.
Okay, go ahead.
What is that?
With
That's
advantage
a
again.
1, 2.
Yep, no Great Weapon Master on this one, so it's just your...
No.
Yep, that hits.
18.
And that is a d6 plus your d4 from being large. And no re-rolling.
2 and a 1
3 plus 4
with
damage.
plus 4. Yeah.
Yep. So, 3 plus 4 damage is 7 points of piercing damage. Okay. As Rook stands there, he slashes once with it, cleaving across the torso before reaching up with his horns, jamming into the lower collarbone of this large abomination that stands before, tearing a portion of the skin, pulling his horns back. You can see a portion of the black ichor dripping off of the edge of your horns and off of the edge of your axe as the blood begins to sizzle on the outside of it. Okay. End of your turn. Queglod.
Queglod.
Yeah, I don't really have anything fancy planned. What I'm gonna do is move over here, 10 feet, and Eldritch Blast this guy.
Alright, make 2 attack rolls then, please.
I guess I'll roll them both at the same time.
Might as well. And it's surrounded, so this is with advantage. Oh wait, no, that one isn't surrounded, the blue one is, sorry.
Oh, okay. Actually, is there a way for me to get line of sight on the blue one?
It's a large creature, so I'd say with these
So
two
I
in
could-
their way, you could probably try and thread the needle, yeah, but it will get bonus from cover.
You were
I was
here, right?
so if I
Yeah.
could go...
Yeah, you can go around over to here and get.
If you want to do your
Full
turn and
line of
move
sight.
here for the line of sight and
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, could I shoot over Ghaakt? Or...
You probably couldn't shoot over Ghaakt unless you were directly behind him.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move here then. That still gives me 5 feet. So I'll move here and make no attacks against this guy then.
Okay, 2 attacks with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
probably the smarter way to do it.
Yep. Alright.
Right. So these will be vertical then.
Yep, vertical. Well, that
That's-
one's definitely a crit. If you want to go ahead and reroll. Oh, at that. Alright,
Okay.
so that's 10 plus 4
4, so that's going to be 14. And that's going
14,
to be 8.
and
So
8.
fucking the double crit. With less damage.
You know what? Because it's double crit, I'll allow you to reroll the 1.
Oh, thank you.
Just because it's double crit. There we go.
There we go.
Much
There
better.
we go.
14 and 17, as it should be.
Yeah.
Doing 31 points of damage against the blue one. Okay.
There are some advantages to playing
Yeah,
the
he
cantrip
is
class.
torn up. He is torn up. Anything else at the end of your
Yeah.
turn?
Not really. Oh, just to specify, I'm aiming for like the stitch work,
Okay.
just to try and.
Grabbing the 2 Eldritch Blasts, swinging them both at the same time,
Yeah.
with their allies now surrounding and harrying this thing from all sides. The 2 needles dig through as they begin to undo a bunch of the stitch work. You watch as the force from the inside seems to blow open a portion of its torso and the lower kidney area, as both of them blow open with this kind of black ichor and bile just seeping out onto the floor where they are. You hear the roar of these two, as these two are now detecting another near corpse in their vicinity. Malcom,
I'm waiting to
I
see
was
what the
gonna
green
move
ones do
here with
first.
The last 5 feet.
you're gonna what, sorry?
I'm gonna wait to see what the green ones do first.
Okay, you're gonna substitute, let them go first. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Feeding Frenzy would activate from this range, so 5, 10, 15. Alright. Now within range of their body, this guy will be running up behind and filling the space if there need to be any. 2 attacks with advantage because surrounded. Okay, hits. And does it kill? Doesn't kill. Second attack, does it kill? Does it kills. As they kill, Feeding Frenzy activates. Advantage. Made it. Made it. Made it. That one, you watch as it begins to eat its friend, you watch as the ichor begins to seep into the inside, the stitching bulges in various places, as the flesh almost proceeds to be added to it, as this thing begins to get bigger. This one is dead as...
Haunting.
Going for another... You know what, I'll just swap these 2 round. There we go. That's a smart way of doing it.
No, in character.
Because that one moves up. This one is going to go and make its feeding rolls. Okay. It makes all 3 of its as well. Remind me, Malcolm, you aren't injured, but is Aurum injured?
Aurum is injured.
Okay. In which case this one will be burrowing around the side to find Aurum. Okay. So, with this one now within range and having a maxed feeding frenzy. Yeah, it's going to make its 3 attacks versus you, Rook.
Nice.
Let me know when you're bloodied, please. Doesn't hit. 22 hits.
Yeah.
And the last one, which I'll keep for now, but it does hit, just in case you're bloodied after that. You take 9 points of slashing reduced to 5, or 6. Are you bloodied?
No. Oh, what's bloodied?
Half hit
Below
points.
half. No, not yet.
Okay. And then the last roll was an 18 plus modifier, it's 20 something.
Yeah, that pretty
That
much
would hit.
hits.
And its second attack deals 7, reduced by 3 to 4 slashing.
4. I am bang on 50. Bang on
Okay.
half.
So you are now bloodied. Okay. This one, smelling Aurum, is going to make 5 attacks versus Aurum. Tell me, what's Aurum's AC?
18.
18, okay. That doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. Hits. Hits. And misses. 2 hits, 2 miss. Or 3 miss. And I believe... Yeah, Aurum hasn't got enough HP to be put to bloodied quickly.
No.
Aurum takes... That is 22 points of slashing damage, if resistant halved.
Slashing?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. So 11.
So 11, okay. Aurum takes 11 points of slashing damage as this large abomination, as it comes up, it begins to strike against Aurum, who's covered in the heavy plating of the large drake armor that she wears. As each strike comes in, it clanks off of the side of each of it before 2 of the strikes land, catching under the scales and tearing a large groove across 2 areas before it goes in for the last strike. As it does, the blade clangs off of the outside of this of Aurum, but Aurum does suffer some damage as a result. Your turn. So that is the end of their turn.
I am flying
Oh.
just barely off the ground here.
Like 5 foot.
Yep.
Got it.
And I'm using my breath.
Oh!
Down this way.
about
That's
that.
why I was waiting.
Forgot about that. Okay. I would say you move out of the attack opportunity range of this one because you were above him. Actually,
Yeah,
no, these guys have
I
got,
was.
these guys have
Do
got
they
5
have
foot
20
range.
feet?
Yeah, no, you're fine. No, they got 5 foot
Yeah.
range, so they're not going to hit you. Never mind.
Yeah.
Carry on. What save?
That's a deck save.
Third one, 4. That
No.
one, 17. How'd you manage that?
That one succeeds, but
And
it does
6.
take. Yeah. Okay. Well, one of them takes half damage.
It's 4d10 force damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Whamlings, man.
20.
20. Okay. The red one, as it takes that hit. Okay, that's a big hit. It's also easy to work with rounded numbers. This is great. The second guy, he takes 20. He still looks better than he did earlier. And the other one also still looks better than he did earlier, as these guys are still very healthy. But the attack seems to work as you watch as Malcom begins to fly there in the Crystal Drake or Crystal Dragon Wyrmling form, opens up the breath as you watch as there is this glow of prismatic energy as this breath is released forward in this straight line, carving through the three of them. As it does so, each of them gets scorched and burned. Portions of their body blow open as the force from the inside just seems to rupture them, as each of them takes a significant amount of damage from this. Alright, we should be live. Let me know when we are, Infernal.
Oh, yes, we are.
Alright! Everyone!
Yeah.
Fuck BT!
Fuck BT.
Fuck BT.
Fuck BT.
BT. Also,
Alright.
Chris, you can screw me up because I can't spam fuck BT. Zero options in chat.
Really?
Yeah. I can't spam the same message.
Okay, just like.
Okay,
you
I'll
know,
change that
it
later.
up a little
That
bit.
shouldn't be a thing. Anyway.
Yes. We are.
Alright, where were we? Orm and Bee's attack.
Guys, can you hear me?
Big
Yep,
roar.
we can hear you.
I am on my gosh darn computer finally.
Yay!
Oh.
It only took one disconnect from BT.
the BT giveth and the BT taketh away.
Alright,
Alright.
B is going to claw attack.
Okay.
Should have advantage, right? Okay.
Oh, I'm finally getting to look in chat.
That
Hits.
18?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, these things have a low AC.
Oh yeah, that's right. Don't they have like a? Yeah.
Got
12.
Chris, I have forgotten the
3
password.
slash-
Nobody say the password.
It's
Could
pinned.
somebody- Oh, where is it?
In Discord.
Yeah, in Discord.
Which Discord? Is it in the
The Dawn Seekers.
Ah, thank you.
There you go. How much damage?
15 slash.
15 slashing. Nice. Drops him down to that. Okay.
Another tail attack. Bye.
420, 69, 69 butts.
Yes.
Damn you,
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
it
yeah.
again.
Now we have to reset the password again. Alright. Damage.
Just double checking.
And what's the strength save DC? That's a 12.
It's low. I believe it's a 10. Yeah, it's a 10, and that's 6 bludgeoning.
Back in a second, there was a loud crash downstairs.
Okay. It's somebody dropping your steak. Anyway. So, that is finally Malcolm's turn, and not due to his own fault. And Sasha's
sorry.
walked away. Ghaakt, what would you like to do?
Well. Oh, hang on. Everything's flipped upside down for me. That's better. So I'm gonna. Remember, I'm gonna touch my hand. I'm gonna touch my hand to Rook just again. Again on the knee. Look, it's a touch spell. And say, Rook, remember, you have a D8,
Thanks.
a free D8, and I cast with that cure wounds. Cure wounds.
Okay. Level 1?
Oh, you said you were below half, right, Rook?
I am bang on half.
Bang on half. In that case, I will upgrade it to a level 3. So roll 3d8s.
3D8. There you go.
Because I ran out of level 2s.
Rook heals by 16 plus your ability modifier, which is 4, so that is 20 healing to you, Rook.
Thank you. Oh my god.
You're doing great, buddy. I believe in you.
70. Right, not bloody
Okay.
anymore.
Alright, Bern. While we still wait, unless you have something else to do. Ghaakt.
Does anyone else want a little die? A bonus D8?
Cheeky love die.
My
Turns
turn
out
next.
it was a section. Turns out that the loud crashing noise downstairs was a sexually promiscuous thief known as the blowjobber robber.
And
What is
we need details, Harlan.
No, that's it.
Go on.
Every time you think you're about to get a blowjob, he jumps in and does it himself. It's like, aha! You just
Okay.
nice, but
So Harlan,
don't
it's your turn.
Just saying, I don't want to give you any credit for that, Harlan.
And yet you must. Okay, sorry. This is the first time I've actually been able to see the damn board, so, this fellow in front of me,
Uh-huh.
he looks a bit dick-like. So I am going
Got it
to,
on the brain, haven't you, Harlan?
I'm going to give him a blow. And by that I mean I'm going to hit him with my hammer.
Roll your crack roll.
Activating my, well, provided this hits, activating my, divine thingy.
Your divine smeet. Yes.
Oh, God. Well, that
hits.
worked, actually.
1d8 plus d4.
Yeah. Do they count as undead?
Nope. They are abominations.
Huh.
Okay, well that saves me from
Well,
having to
abomination slash monstrosity. Same thing.
Well, a chunk of it is, a part of it is radiant damage.
No, isn't that fire?
Is it? I will double check that.
Oh god.
Okay, so we're looking at 8 fire or radiant, doesn't matter, still does same damage.
Awesome.
So plus your strength, which is 4 with your, is it a +1 weapon?
No, it's just it's a normal one.
Okay, so that is 5 plus 8, so 13 points of damage to that one. Okay, he is perturbed. Looks like he is relatively badly injured. He watches the other two turn their attention to him.
Ah, yes, it is fire damage, I think.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, does that end your turn?
No. With my bonus action, I'm gonna bring out everybody's favorite spell.
Spiritual weapon.
That's right, guys. It's a spiritual weapon.
Okay. Level 2.
Yeah, level 2. It's not worth it to do
Who would
anything.
you like it to target?
I would like this one specifically to target. Can I just shove another spiritual weapon into this bit? Just really surround this particular person here in
Sure.
in weapons.
Go ahead and make the attack roll with advantage.
Thank you.
That's D8 damage. Because that is.
Oh, those okay. That's a plus. Oh god, those have
It
a plus.
hits.
Oh god, it does.
It does. Your modifier's +4. Assuming you've got a proficiency, it's high enough.
Yeah, yeah.
These things have an AC of 11. They aren't
Oh,
tanky.
okay, yeah.
Well,
That
they
does
don't
in fact
have.
hit.
They're not defensive. They just gain more hit points the longer combat goes on. As these things are getting stronger each time they consume. But that is 12 points of force damage. So, alright.
Yeah, yeah. That is. Thank you.
Okay.
Get ready for more deck saves, Chris.
Shh. Be quiet. You're still gonna make your recharge yet, which you're supposed to do on your turn. Don't do it before.
I already did. Because I was doing it I did it for bees as well. I did bees on the left, mine on the right for these two.
Supposed to do it on your turn so I can see on screen. Anyway.
Sorry.
That's fine. We'll just go through that later. Ghaakt, I believe you were having your turn.
Didn't I already have my turn? That was quick.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
I healed Rook.
Yeah, you did. Bern, your turn.
Oh. Which one seems more dead?
Red.
Red.
Yeah, looking at it, it's torn open mostly. The green one in the middle sustained some damage, but it looks like its eating earlier has sustained it a little bit more.
Move one of the swords up. The
This
high
is a
ones.
warning. We don't want any of them getting too strong.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because the more
Yeah,
strong
move
they get,
the-
the worse off we are.
The sword that's above, I move it one up.
Okay.
And then attack one each.
One each. Okay. 2 attacks each, both with advantage because of flanking. The one above attacking the one above. That's a... Oh, that was almost natural 20. That is, however, an 18, so that hits. Don't even care what you got. And natural 20 on the green one.
Okay.
Okay, so the red one takes... This is with a +5, I believe.
Yep.
So
Yep.
10 damage to the green one, or the red one, sorry, as it is relatively badly injured at this point in time. And the other one takes 14 points of damage with that critical hit, as it is now also very badly injured, as the 2 saw blades carve into it. It seems your saw blades are pretty effective, as they just carve through the flesh here and just scatter bits of bile, bone, sinew, and other bits of flesh, scattering them behind you. Behind on the walls,
Now-
just tearing into these things.
Chris, can I say something you can give no one any context to that doesn't already know about it?
Sure.
Slicey, roll the dice.
I got the reference. I used it.
I know it as well.
2 sessions ago. All right. That ends your turn, or you got something else to? You got. something else to
No,
pull out?
I'll go up to Rook and slap him on the back. There. You'll be fine.
All right. Roll 2d4.
Yeah, that's my job.
I'll be
Roll.
honest, I honestly thought you were gonna slap him on the ass.
All right, Rook.
Yeah.
You gain 7 temporary hit points.
7. Oh.
Gonna do it to you, then I remembered you have like 2 billion of it. 'Cause I wasn't gonna do
Bern
it.
walks up and slaps Rook on the back of the thigh. This Minotaur can hit so much HP points.
All right. With that being the end of your turn, the red one is gonna go. It's feeding frenzy procs
HP
because
points.
there is a injured target next to it. Okay. That's... Yeah, okay. It consumes the remaining charges off of this one.
Are they just consuming off the same corpse over and over again?
Nope, each charge has a number of corpses, based on its size. As it successfully feeding frenzies 3 times, you watch as its injuries that you've carved into it just seem to disappear. As it proceeds to fill itself up once again, repairing its wounds, the stitching re-knitting back together, as it now has a fully charged feeding frenzy, and a new badly injured ally. It's probably enough to kill it. Let's find out. Yep, okay.
Wow.
As it tears up its other friend. At this point, Sasha, you're attracting its ire.
Oh, just a moment.
20 to hit misses. 18 to hit misses. And 20 to hit misses. Okay. It makes its next 3 attacks. You watch as Sasha raises her shield with the bloody coating on the outside. Each attack glances off, unable to break through the main exterior and the hard crystal around the outside of Sasha. She's maintaining each of these blows, just simply glancing and redirecting them away. That
How long till they
ends-
just start licking it?
Alright, that ends its turn. Rook.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna hit this red guy
Okay. You
twice
have
with great weapons.
okay. You have advantage because of flanking, so go ahead and with Great Weapon Master.
Yep.
And that takes you to a +5 to hit. Hits.
That is. Yep.
I don't.
16.
Yeah, that hits. AC's 11, so even with a -5, you'd hit. Hits.
15. Cool.
Okay, so that's 2 attacks. Go ahead and make your 2 rolls, adding a d4 onto each. And this is with a plus 11 to each, I believe.
Yes.
Actually, no, this is with a 5 plus 8 plus 13 to each. So plus 26, that is 48 points of damage. To red,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's dead. With 2 clean sweeps from this huge Minotaur, as it swings in, it cleaves through, leaving 2 large gashes with the blade, and as it strikes down, the body just parts. And you watch as the recently repaired form is no more, as it just falls into several pieces on the ground.
You just split him like a banana.
Yeah,
Like a banana split.
and you still have your movement, plus you can attack as your bonus action now if you wanted to.
Can I move here?
Yes.
Right, okay, cool. And I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack. This is not with advantage. So do you wish to use Great Weapon Master?
I can't use. Oh, I killed something, didn't I? Yeah, I'll use Great Weapon Master. 'Cause
Okay, go ahead.
why not? I've ventured, nothing gained.
Oh, both of them died? Okay.
Okay.
I would have
You
failed
go and
anyway.
you
Yeah,
lift-
the red one killed the
the red
green
one killed the green one, that because the red one healed up a lot. It healed up to 45 hit points, and then Rook downed it and just took it straight down with 48 damage.
Oh.
So the blue one got eaten by the red one, and the red one ate the red one, and the green one ate the red.
Yeah, they're not having a good day.
Or a great day.
These things don't have a control mechanism.
They just do it.
Yeah, they're dangerous if they manage to hit your backlines, because the moment they do, they're shredding through you. Anyway.
I just saw her nat 1 being rolled.
Yeah,
I don't know what
as you swing up with your axe, it cleaves in, and as you're just about to hit, you look up and it catches the stone just above its head. You look at it, it looks at you, as it would go and make its attacks against you, but before then, Queglod. You can see this thing peeking around through the dirt as it's burrowed through and is currently staring at Rook, ready to attack him.
Yeah. Do I have line of sight on this thing?
It won't be
Okay.
with advantage, it'll just be straight rolls because it's not
Yeah,
surrounded.
that's fine. That's fair. Well, yeah, it's got its back firmly wedged inside the wall.
Well, technically, it
So it's-
burrowed in through this way, so
So it's got
Well, unless
this
it can-
area to
unless it
retreat
can-
to.
Ah, okay. We should probably have redrawn these to visualize that. There we go.
Since it's just the one left, I'm gonna stick with Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead
So
and
I'll
make
make
your 2
it-
attack rolls.
Yeah. I don't think spending
Activate
spell slots anymore-
Eldritch Beldritch.
Eldritch
You don't think
Beldritch.
what? Infernal?
Elder
I don't think
Bell.
using spell slots anymore is worth it.
Yeah, no. The only thing I was considering is maybe casting Shatter on it, but I don't think there's a point.
Hits, and what's your plus? Should be a plus 8.
Should be a +8, and it is, yeah.
Okay, it hits.
Oh yeah, they have shit AC.
11 AC! Woo!
Yeah.
And that's with
And
a
then
plus
that's
8, so
12.
that's 23 points of damage. Okay, it looks slightly perturbed
yes.
now.
Cool. Then there actually isn't anything I can do with my bonus action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold on to Felipe.
If you wish to move, you're welcome to do so.
Yeah, that's probably a smart
Malcom,
move, actually.
on your turn, it will be going at the same time as you, so regardless of what you do, it will still get its attacks off, even if you kill it. Just letting you know.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just surrounding it now.
Okay.
Can B get above this one?
No, because it's burrowed into the wall, so it'll have to go it would have to go here or here. You're cool. Okay. So, go ahead and make your attacks in that form.
Alright. Yeah. Does the crystal wormling have multi-attack?
Not till you're level 10, that's when you get it from your beast shape. Also, I don't think wormlings have multi-attack, I think they just get 1 attack.
I mean, I figured that they would if they're sort of based off the fire wormling.
Oh, is that what makes it strong? Okay, then I must have missed that. Either way, you don't get that till level 10 as Circle of the Wild Druid.
Alright, well... Actually,
Yeah, it's only young dragons and higher that have multi-attack.
B is actually gonna go here. And in this area, I'm just gonna breath weapon it, because why not?
Okay, fails. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Alright.
I'm fairly sure you're going to be able to kill this thing this turn with your attacks. But it will still get to a hit back.
29.
Okay. 9 points of
yeah.
force damage. Make your attacks with B and Aurum as well, both of which with advantage.
This is B's attack. Double 19, that hits.
And Aurum's attack.
Aurum definitely hits with a net 20.
Okay.
Aurum gets these. That's 10 plus 4.
Plus 4, 14.
Bludgeoning.
And
And
last
it
spell
gets
damage.
that is yes.
And B does
11 plus 3.
enough. That thing's brought down. But in its death throes, actually, I have to mark down the -3 because it can technically heal. Can it activate its feeding frenzy? No. All right, it's dead guaranteed at the end of the turn, but it's going to get 2 swings against the nearest target. Injured target wise, sorry, Rook.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, 17 and 22.
22 hits, 17 don't.
Okay, you take 12 points of damage, reduced by 3 to 9. So you take 9 points of damage, and as it does so, as it takes its final swing, you watch as it would go to bite at you, and with one final swing, you watch as this ray of force just go through it, and its head just proceeds to crack from the inside as you watch as the flesh peels and explodes into a black ichor, as an assail of these draconic minions tears it apart, as it is now on the ground. And combat seems to be still.
Oh. Just digs one claw into
I'm
Rook.
just gonna like keep sacred flaming their corpses for a good minute.
Okay. They proceed to burn. The bile seems to be unaffected. The black bile that's resting there. It continues to congeal before you watch as it begins to with the flames attacking it. Doesn't seem to dissipate, but you watch as it seems to lessen on its own. Almost as if seeping into the ground or being disintegrated over time.
Well, that is just disgusting.
Can we catch a sample of that?
Do you want it?
I mean, you're welcome to.
You probably have some vials from healing potions, so...
Actually, yeah, that might actually be a good idea to get some of that.
Okay.
Look, I'm not a nerd. We need someone who does chemistry.
Okay, you scoop it up, put it, and you cork it at the top. You watch as it continues to dissipate inside the vial. Queglod and Bern, I'll say you two can make Arcana checks here for this. Bern, that is a 7 plus what?
What I think we check.
7
Plus
okay.
2. 2.
Plus 2, you have no idea. Queglod?
I believe that's a +6, so that makes it 11.
11. It's hard to tell, but it might be because it's potentially akin to something along the lines of a material component, and now that its spell is expended, it's using it up.
Right. Question, how long does it take to study something's aspects?
It takes 1 minute.
Okay.
So if you wish to study its aspects, I'll say roll me an initiative check.
Yeah, why not?
And I'm going to roll for initiative for them, but their initiative's pretty low. Okay.
That's a no.
Not low enough.
What's your one?
Damn it.
1 plus...
With my initiative, that's a 3 total.
That's a 3. -5 is -2. Mine is a natural 1 plus 1, -5, which is -3. You still win with a -2. For the first time in probably D&D history, someone beat a check in a DC with a -2 result.
Thank God for opposed rolls.
So, with that out the way, as you proceed to place your hand on it and you proceed to inspect its aspects, I will say, use the natural 1, you take 3 points of acid damage.
Yeah, that's...
As it burns your hand. You get a sense from... I don't know. Look, he's got higher initiative than these things. Anyway, as you inspect the aspects, it has the aspects of a necrotic energy, and it also has the aspects of regeneration. You also get one other aspect in there, which from what you can tell is more unknown to you than any of the ones you felt before. It doesn't seem to have a purpose, yet it intertwines both aspects. You don't know what this aspect is. Are you rolling for hit die? Who's rolling?
Yeah.
Right. So apologies. I went to open my chanting pieces thing, and that wigged out my connection to Discord, and I missed all of that.
Oh, okay.
Necrotic regeneration and an unknown that's binding them together.
Yeah, a necrotic aspect, a regeneration aspect, and one that's binding them together, but you don't know what it is.
It's called plot.
It's not called plot. It's called the goo stuff. Not what it's called, but...
Question, how does Aurum react to me in this form?
But I don't know what it is.
How does Aurum react to you?
Yeah, in this dragon form.
Excited.
Okay. I've put them in my sheet.
Mildly
That
aroused.
might not be how you want it formatted.
Hey, wait, you come here often?
Aurum's a drake. He doesn't respond to he responds to dragons with "I am humble" rather than "I am aroused."
Well, you never know.
Okay, consider scare-roused.
Okay.
What about horror?
That conversation there. What do you? As you guys are here, as you watch as the black bile proceeds to dissipate, Rook, if you're rolling hit die, you guys taking a short rest?
I look over to Sasha in this form. Do you think me and B should go and check out the area that these things came from?
Okay. The rest of you hear words in a language you don't understand. Sasha, he's speaking Draconic.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm replying in Draconic.
We're
send
fairly
Queglod.
fast.
Queglod is immortal.
We're fairly fast.
I don't think that's how it works.
We both have 60 feet
confirm
flying
for me.
speed.
Queglod is, in most situations, immortal whilst in bird form.
True, but if she's in a small enough space, she can't revert. It's the same as enlarge reduce. Which means if she gets put in a box, she's gonna live in a box for several years potentially.
Oh no, not again. Even before Queglod is actually.
And how fast is?
Sure,
And
against
how fast
Queglod.
are you in Felipe form?
I think I have like a 50 feet fly speed. So respectable, but...
Okay. Rook, as you sit down, you take a short rest, you amend to your wounds, you also shrink back to your usual size.
Wait.
We're not gonna go too far. We're just gonna take a look, see if there's anything, if we see anything.
Only if you take Queglod with you. Also, question. Can I pet you?
Pet me?
Yes, pet you.
Why pet me?
You are small and cute.
And a baby.
It's his dragon fetish, leave him alone.
Look, you don't understand what's being said.
I'm going in for it. I reach down, just pat on the head.
Okay.
You're so See, you look so cute like this, Malcolm.
Just wait till I can become bigger.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool as well. Anyways, it's just like a quick.
Does
quick
Queglod want to come?
I'll
I
come
revert to
along.
common. Queglod, do you want to, birdie up and look out and have a look, see what they were guarding or waiting or whatever?
I'll go have a look. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you guys are going to investigate. The rest of the party, if you wish to take a short rest, you can. So this would be Rook, Ghaakt.
Sasha is not going to take a short rest because I don't think Sasha took any damage.
Okay.
Or
Speaking of which, I go back to full health.
Oh yeah, as your blood shell drains off, you watch as the blood seeps back into Sasha.
So do I.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually quite refreshing.
Why do you go back to full health? Are you using a hit die?
No.
B. B.
I'll message you in Discord.
Alright, if anyone would want to
Oh,
use a
right.
knife.
Yeah, carry on.
Oh yeah, I understand. Oh, I forgot that.
Shut up, Malcolm.
B
You
could
don't know
speak that.
anything.
No, I forgot. B could speak that.
Draconic.
No,
Hold
B says hello to Sasha in Dwarvish.
on. Oh.
Oh, hello.
I
Didn't know
forgot about
you could speak Dwarvish. Are you all right, B?
Yeah, I'm fine.
B's not missing very much.
I'm fine.
You sound a little down, B. Is there anything I can do to help?
I just need a rest.
Right.
I'm doing
okay.
fine.
How about you come over here and rest in my scarf?
Thanks for noticing.
B is the one that's flying with me and Queglod.
Yeah. No, B needs a rest in the aspect of B's bored.
Yeah.
B wants to fight something more dangerous than something that's not going to target something that's bloodless.
Yeah. Understandable. B
Uh,
wants a challenge.
He wants to.
Well,
We must
maybe you'll
find
find something dangerous down the way.
If we do, can we fight it?
Oh, okay. You have to call us first.
I'll
if
send
you need
Featherwing
to,
back.
You can start. Okay.
Featherwing can fly, stay with us, and then head
Yeah.
back if we
Yeah.
find anything that we want to fight.
And Featherwing's fine familiar, so you can still send Featherwing back. That's fine.
Yeah. All right,
You
we're
have
going.
in mind we can't fly over.
Okay.
Mhm.
Proceeding to travel.
You guys can use rope.
Which way are you going? Are you going the way that the abominations just
the
came from, or are you
abominations
going
were.
the other side?
Where the abominations were.
Alright, so, Queglod and Malcolm, I would like both of you to make... and B as well, to make stealth checks.
Let me just double check your stealth. Okay. Alright. Me. And this one is... Oi!
That's a 10 in total for me.
10 for B and 7. Yeah, 7 total for me.
7 total for you?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
5.
Oh, okay. Okay. Being stealthy as you are, making flapping noises, the scraping of crystal, and turning into a paper aeroplane, you travel along the edge of the way, traveling out. Do you go over the lip and down, or are you going near to the edge and stopping?
Gonna go
I'd
to
say
the
go to the-
edge.
Yeah, I can see from
First.
far, so let's take a look. See if there's anything
Yeah.
nearby.
Alright, Queglod. I'm gonna say Queglod, make me a perception check. With oh no, it's just unimpeded. So yeah, go ahead. Malcolm, you wouldn't have the range on your dark vision for this. However, with your
Right,
blind
that's
sight,
a-
you do pick something up. I will get to that in a moment.
Okay, well that's a 15, so...
Okay. As you look out across the area, you can't see anything that catches your eye. You see that the bloody mess down below has been eaten. of the corpses that were left on the hay. The hay has been torn and thrown about the place. You can see down below, as you look about, you can see what looks to be two Morbin currently kind of just stretching their head out and having a look around, seeing if anything's left. As they're on the lower chamber, kind of looking out, seeing if there's anything going on. And Malcom, with your blind sight, you look down and you can see a hand currently hanging of what was left of that one abomination that was climbing before it got torn asunder. That was just a hand clinging to a bit of rock. The rigor mortis has just held it in place.
Should we use that as a distraction for the others so they don't see us going across?
Yeah,
Can
that's not
be
a
able
bad
to-
suggestion.
Alright, I kind of like use my tail to knock the hand off to where it flies past.
Okay.
And they...
Right. So we're gonna go look at the other side of the cavern.
It hits the ground. You watch the two Morbin immediately go, and they kind of jump back from it. They raise their claws and then they just proceed to dart back down into the cavern whence they came.
It's so fun picking up Morbin.
Right. Let's sneak across quickly.
Yeah.
To the other side.
Two of you fly across. Now, with nothing watching, you travel over. You land on the other side. Looking ahead of you, what you see is over the lip, it goes into one large, almost ditch. Like a small moon crescent-shaped ditch. The rock here seems to be smooth, and you can see several body parts have just been dumped. Human, Morbin, cow, doesn't matter. Everything. Bone, flesh, insides, everything is just put into this trough in front of you. Looking beyond, you can see it goes down into another chamber, and you can see several ledges with what looks to be more of this, of a thick red hay that just seems to be matted over. Actually, no, thick hay, sorry. You're using dark vision, don't know that it's red. Your blind sight is currently masked here, Malcom, because the smell is horrid.
Meh.
Looking about as well, Queglod, I'd say as you kind of look around and inspect the area, you look up and you can see that there is a relatively large hole in the ceiling, kind of curving upwards into a hook.
Huh. I'm gonna go check that out quickly if we can't see what's on there.
Okay.
Can we see what's at the very end of that? I guess
Okay.
not.
You fly up. As you do, you can see the edges of the stone here seem to have some kind of slime wrapped around them of this particular area. And as you travel round and up into this area, you going as well, Malcom?
Yeah, might as well don't want
Okay.
Queglod to get in trouble.
As you travel up, you see what looks to be in this little area. It's maybe about 5 by 10 foot or so. You can see that there are two large desks here. One is spattered with what looks to be a paste of some kind, and bits of body and a lot of string. Looking over on the other desk, you can see there seems to be an open book with a series of bits of writing in it. A quill and inkwell to one side, and a series of drawers on the desk itself, along with what looks to be what looks more like a bar stool than a regular chair. It hasn't really got a back to it.
Right. Okay. So this book, can I tell what sort of stuff is written in it?
What's written in it? Sorry.
What's written in the book that I can read?
You hop over to the book and you have a look. You don't understand the language.
Okay. Do I have a chance of recognizing it at least?
It's not
Can-
common.
B, take a look at it, see if she can tell what language it is.
B cannot.
So it's not Dwarvish or Elvish.
And it's not
What about?
Halfling or Gnomish. Not that I would have expected it to be.
Oh, come on. Character sheet, load.
Okay. I don't have any exotic languages, so...
while this is all going on back at camp, while you're all sat there taking your short rest, Orum's there resting, just kind of laying on the ground. Bern, Sasha, and Ghaakt, you're all there as well. Are you doing anything particular?
I'm playing my Song of Rest, so if you're healing up, add a D8. Yeah, a D8 to your healing roll.
Okay. You want to go ahead and roll D8s, you guys, for healing?
I'm at full.
Already full HP. So is Blue.
Alright, never mind. In that case, just enjoy the pleasant music.
Wait, does it work on Blue actually?
Yeah, it would.
Nope.
Ah, yes, the doot doot flute.
Okay. Sasha, are you doing anything during this time?
Honestly, I'm trying to see if I can grab hold of my spiritual weapon while still about, and just see how that works out for me.
Okay. You go. How long does it last? An hour?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. You go ahead and try and grab it. Your hand clutches it for a moment, but then as you go to swing it, it won't move. It seems that you need to try and force a mental command plus using.
Can I try and lift myself up with?
Uh-oh. Hello?
Oh no.
I can hear you.
Okay, it's only Harlan.
Yeah, only him.
Wait, did something happen?
Oh, there we go. Better.
There we go.
Okay. As you grab onto the spiritual weapon, you attempt to be lifted up. Your hands begin to give and slide as it seems. It's got a rough texture, but it seems due to the nature of how spiritual weapon is, it can't seem to lift you up as you just slide off and land on your butt.
Oh, come on. Come on, Smashy. Oh, well.
Smashy.
You named it
Smashy the
Smashy?
Smash Hammer, obviously.
Uh,
What else would it be? Right.
You're not really good at naming stuff, are you?
No. Well, oh well, I still love you. And then I pat on the head, the head of the hammer. And then I don't know.
It dissipates.
I guess I'm just gonna start, like, digging with the Uber axe. I've not got anything else to do.
Okay.
I'll go check out the other way, like, slowly.
Okay. This actually matters. Well done, Sasha.
Oh my god!
You dig down about 10 feet, you hit hard cut stone.
Ooh!
As your pickaxe hits it, you look down at the stone itself. The stone is undamaged.
Okay.
Guys!
Oh. Okay.
It, I seem to have found something.
We're buried on top of an Indian burial ground?
Did you find diamonds?
Ancient
Oh.
temple? Again?
Nope, stone. Actually, more likely to be the ancient temple one, yes.
Again?
Look. In our line of work, it's always an ancient temple, or a ruined castle, or a
Might
dilapidated
be there.
fortress, or a dungeon.
Could
For
always
once, I'd
be
just like to
there.
do something that wasn't underground.
I know. I'd really like a forest, like a tree house sort of
You
situation.
Go to a
found a
nice
mushroom
match.
forest and you refrained from investigating it. Don't give me this.
No one else wanted
that
to.
was
I
That was
know.
still underground.
Hmm.
I don't know, go to a mansion, beat up some rando royal or something, I don't know.
Hey, that's Queglod's parents.
I guess.
Because
Hey,
that's
Queglod,
what
they're
we
gonna
want to
kick
do.
your parents'
Yes,
ass.
Chris.
Fucking finally.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, Queglod, I hear your
might
mom
be
and
their
dad are giving
main
you a hard
chamber.
time.
May have found their main chamber or another one.
How do we get in?
I mean,
Does
I vote
the
for
stone
much
look
digging.
magical?
what's your passive arcana?
12?
11. Looking
Oh,
at it,
12.
there doesn't seem to be an arcane nature to this.
I mean, I was digging through dirt before, so this is sort of like I just wasn't
My
expecting it.
passive arcana 12.
Rook,
Hmm.
could you try hitting this with your axe, please?
Hitting the stone?
Yes.
Should we wait for them to return first? Because
Yeah,
if this is their... I mean, if this is one of their
forcing you.
chambers and we break through, they're gonna get ready.
We don't know how long they're gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna hit it. I'm bored.
Okay, what's your
I
axe
know,
made of?
right?
What's my what?
What's your axe made of? What's the grade of metal it currently is?
Oh,
Well, it is magical, so it can't really get damaged.
No, I know. It's the grade of metal that matters, though.
where do I even find that out?
Do you remember what the last ingot is that you had your axe consume?
I think we had a pure.
I want to say it was pure dark steel you consumed last time.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
Okay. As you hit it with your axe pulls back. There is no groove in this stone. Sasha. I'd like you to roll me a history check using stone cunning.
Oh, it's been so long, Chris. Is it finally time? Wait, is this with advantage? or
That
is
just
this
means you
with-
have expertise in history.
Okay, that just means it becomes like a +2.
No,
Oh.
expertise.
Oh, expertise?
So
Holy fuck.
So that's a +8 to what it currently is, unless you're proficient in it, in which case it's a +4.
Nope, I'm not proficient in it, so that's a
So
+8.
+8.
So that goes from a -1 to a +7. 21. This stone seems to have some form of higher alloy ingraded into it in a granular sense, but
Mhm.
just enough that this stone will not be breakable by anything of a lower quality. You don't know what
Right.
metal it is until you continue experimenting. You may need, depending on how ancient this temple is, or temple, building, whatever, at this point.
Look, can you just... is it a temple?
It's a stone structure, it's not, it's refurbished to be a temple. I
Okay.
can tell you that now, you'll find it out
It's
later.
refurbished temple.
There you
Okay,
go.
so what we gotta do is that we
Excellent.
gotta go keep mining, and we gotta find some
What
diamonds. so we can
what
make a
is my
diamond
mace
pickaxe.
made out of?
It seems to be a bright white stone of some kind. And looking at the nature of it and the surface of it, it has a slight blue tint to it. A light blue.
Oh,
not
that
a
might
dark
be
blue.
arcanium.
A light blue, not a dark blue. More leaning towards mithril.
Oh dear.
What's the spear made out of? My.
Rook, can I borrow your
spear?
chest? Can I borrow
Yeah,
your
my
armor
phoenix
for a
spear.
second?
Your
My
phoenix.
armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you want
I
to borrow
don't
my armor
station.
for?
Rook belly flop onto the structure.
Your your armor's made of adamantine. Adamantine. So theoretically, if you
You
were to put your armor on the thing and
mean
then
your-
hit it,
Hold on, Infernal, do you mean
My
really...
devastation, yeah.
Your devastation?
Give it a try.
I believe your devastation's made of, I think your devastation's made of, pure white steel.
Pure white what?
White steel.
White steel.
Yeah.
What grade is that?
That's that's elven black steel.
That's better or worse than pure black steel?
That's the same as pure
Oh.
black steel. It's just white because the elves make it a different way.
Yeah. So it's the same as Rook's thing.
Dwarves mix it with coal, elves mix it with arcane magic stuff.
Okay, so it's
It's
the same
arcane
with
shit.
Rook's thing.
Yeah, it's a higher, it's the same, or no, it's a higher grade than Rook's thing, but it's lower than Mithril.
huh?
Lower than who? Than Sasha.
Lower than
And
Mithril. Yeah.
mithril.
Rook, do you want to belly flop it?
I'll give it a shot. Sorry.
Okay. Make me an athletics check.
Okay, athletics.
Let's.
No. I didn't say belly flop.
Too
And
late,
then I'm-
committed.
I know. That's why I was specifically like
Okay.
wording
Athletics,
it.
that's
so-
+8.
+8, you belly flop it. Fwang! You stand up. The stone's undamaged. You look down at your chest plate. It's fine.
Bitchin'.
Two unstoppable forces.
The unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Question: what's the Mace of Disruption made out of?
Steel. Steel embellished with gold and magic.
Bugger.
Yeah, I don't think any of your party has anything adamantine possession-wise.
So we gotta find a door.
Oh no.
No, I have
Look,
a thing.
Mhm.
Guys, could you all
What?
look away for a second? Because I know for a fact this thing has to be harder than than this or anything else that the party owns.
Okay.
Oh, are you gonna use your chest plate?
No.
I'm not looking.
Chris,
I'm gonna go back over to my corner and
what,
stare.
what shape is that special scale that I have?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's a scale shape, so it would be pointed at the bottom, and then it would kind of curve around almost into a love heart kind of shape.
Oh.
So,
Can
so
I
roughly
use-
shovel shaped then.
Yes.
Roughly shovel shaped, yes, and it's about the size of an apple.
Aturan, I please let this work, and forgive me if this is rude, but this is a situation that I feel calls for a less than orthodox approach. I'm praying to Aturan.
Okay.
And I'm going to essentially use it as a chisel.
Roll me a d100.
I'm going to be taking my mace and basically hammering this into it to break it. No, not my brace, my mace, my prospector's tools, the rock hammer.
Make me a d100 check.
Where are the d-hundos?
Up
Are they?
here.
Wait, there they are. Sorry, I was too far away.
23.
That's actually pretty good, but it's not gonna do anything.
You take the scale. You look down on it and you go, oh well. You smack. As you do, the scale, ting, and you watch as a tiny chip of stone falls off.
Holy fuck!
You pick up the scale and you have a look at it. It's unharmed.
Well, get digging. Do what you do best.
Now, question. Now that we've made a dent, is it going to be easier to break the rest of it?
No, because it's still made of mithril.
Worth a try, Chris. Worth a try.
Should I try hitting it with my big hammer?
Can I turn around now?
Can I?
Yeah, fine. You can all turn around.
Alright.
Thank
You
you.
see Sasha holding this tiny love heart-shaped red object, which none of you have ever seen before. As
Oh,
see
you
a
should.
Can I
tiny
tell what
chip
it
of
is?
lava.
Ooh, someone's
Can I
got
tell
a
what
little...
it is?
Didn't want us to see a card for a little something something?
This is well, it's something very important to me, but it is the hardest thing any of us have ever seen in most circumstances.
Yeah,
I tell what
true.
it is?
Relationships can be really hard.
Can you what, Bern?
Can I tell what metal it is?
Make me a nature check.
Shit.
Your
I won't
nature
feed
is
it
a
to my axe.
17 plus what?
1 sec. It is a 17 plus 2.
Plus 2. Are you proficient in religion?
Religion.
Yes.
Yes. I think. Yes.
You are proficient in religion. Okay.
Yes.
That's dragon scale.
Ah.
Don't know what it's for, but it's a dragon scale.
Okay, I sure won't feed that to the axe.
Oh, if you touched this, I would actually kill you.
God.
Leave his Valentine's
still
Day
have
card
some
alone, Rook.
Bern. I'm thinking striker.
Yes.
Okay. So you proceed to chisel. Roll me another d100 check.
Oh wait, no, I have to make multiple of these? Oh no.
Yeah.
I use my striker hammer now.
Hopefully you don't roll too high.
Just one. Oh!
25. Another chip comes off.
Whoa!
No, I'm too scared. I'm not doing this anymore. No, too scared. Put it away.
Why?
That's
Wait.
that's-
Can we use the chip, the pieces that fell off to break it with it?
That's a thought. That's a thought.
What, you want to break it with itself?
Yes, the only thing hard and strong enough to penetrate it is itself.
Also, Bern, why did you just smash Sasha's Valentine's Day card? That was really rude.
Don't worry,
but
it's
you watch
fine.
as it's unharmed.
Wow.
It's fine. It's probably
Okay.
stronger than my hammer.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, okay, question: can we check his hammer for damage?
Yeah, the hammer has a small slit along the side of it where half of the scale has dented into it.
Ooh. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, iron's not gonna beat dragon scale.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the greatest idea.
Yeah. Right. So yes, we're using the little chips of it that came off as basically chisels to try and break off more of it.
How
Okay.
big are these chips? Are they
I
about the
would
size
say,
of a fingernail?
as you take these chips, which are about, as Ghaakt rightly said, about the size of a fingernail, they are thin or they are small and sharp. As you attempt to use them, they simply shatter. Seemingly, the integrity of these small pieces is minute and gone, and you aren't able to really use them for
Okay.
breaking anything through.
What
While
would
this
I
is
know
going on-
about how spells work on this?
What spells? It's mithril. It's going to be resistant to anything basically below 6th level.
Yeah.
Okay, so shatter would work then.
No, definitely not. It would work against the stone, but against the mithril's going to absorb most of it. Anyway,
Oh,
while
that
you
is a
while
hole.
I was going to say, while you guys are thinking this through, over back at the other area, Malcom and Queglod, you see the book before you. You see the
I'm
desk
attempting
with
to
bodies.
read.
You're attempting to read
Oh,
it?
that's a fucking
Yes.
thought. But it's such a waste of a 5th level spell.
Harlan, I'm on the other level.
Okay, so we can't figure out this book then.
None of you can read it.
Okay.
So it's not Infernal or Druidic either.
Nope.
Let's bring it with us then.
Alright.
There is
I
a
will
place for me
say,
to.
Are either of you proficient in history?
B is, I think.
B
yes,
wouldn't
Sorry,
have been
you
there
cut
for
out
it-
for
that.
me on that for a
B
minute.
wouldn't have been there for that. Are either of you proficient in history? I think you are, Queglod.
Wait,
I
B's not there for that?
believe I am.
B read
yes.
it.
No, I know,
tried to
but
read
B wasn't there for the reason why I'm
Oh.
asking for history. If you
I am
succeed, you'll
proficient in
understand.
history, yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a history check then, please. If you are proficient in history, Malcolm, please make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Plus 6, that's a 14.
Intelligence check disadvantage.
So +6, so 14.
Mhm.
Looking at it, you recognize a few of these symbols. Can't quite put your finger on it, but you've seen this writing before and recently.
Alright, that is
19.
19.
Looking at this, you recognize symbols as well. As you both begin to ponder, you remember. You know where you've seen this. You saw this writing before, particularly at the Morbin lair in Adamanthia.
Oh.
This is Morbin writing. It's the language of the rats. Can't understand it, but you know what it is.
Well, luckily we have somebody that can.
It says
Mhm.
squeak, 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 cheese, squeak, squeak.
They don't like cheese,
Okay.
they like blood and guts.
Right, we gotta get this. We
And
gotta
anything
get this
that
book back to
moves.
the others. So, the
mean-
floor of this little cavern is relatively stable, right?
Yeah, looking down at it, it's covered in a thick slime, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so gross, but fine.
It's not a table.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just land on the desk.
Okay.
Turn back to normal.
You're squatting on the desk.
Yep. Pick up the book, put it in my coat, turn back into a bird.
Okay. Okay. Why does nobody play Raven? Oh, I'm going to do this now. Raven Queen Warlock Thief. Fly into
That
houses,
would be
steal
cool.
stuff, and leave.
It's in my bird pocket.
Why
Just have like
why has nobody ever thought of this? I'm running that as my next character.
Rogue / Raven Queen Warlock is like a really thematically good
yeah.
multi-class,
Yeah.
but going something other than assassin is pretty interesting for like.
Yeah, just go thief. You can interact
Yeah.
with stuff as a bonus action. You can steal a book as a bonus action. Anyway, so you've got
Right.
the book.
Okay. So we've got the
Uh,
book.
while-
Do we want to?
As you transform and you land on the desk, with both of your passive perceptions, you hear something rattle from the inside.
Oh, inside the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like one of those old school desks where it flips open, or is it a drawer that? we need
It's a
to
drawer.
Okay.
It's like a basic table desk with 2 front drawers. You can't. I'll say because of the stealth roll the item rolled, you don't know what side it's on, but you heard it inside the desk.
There's an easy way to solve this.
Take the
Yeah,
desk with
burn everything.
Blow up the fucking desk.
and
I
potentially
did
destroy whatever's inside.
Do you want me to open up the doors?
Yes, please.
This is when the party
Okay.
just turns around and goes, "Why have we never done this before? Magical items are indestructible. Let's just destroy objects to get them out."
Malcolm's just gonna start opening the door.
Okay, you go to open the drawer. Which one do you start, left or right?
Start with the right.
It's locked.
I'm forcing it.
Roll me a strength check.
Alright, Dragon Strength, let's see what you can do. You can do it.
Pang! You pull it open, and the drawer is pulled partway out. As you look down, you look and see on the inside what looks to be a tubular object about maybe a foot in length, with what looks to be a screw top on the left and a curved bottom on the right. You can't discern what it's made out of, but it seems to be thin and stringy. It's a solid object, but it's got like these thin strings along the outside.
I take it out
Who
and
we
kind of
lose?
like
That's Sam.
nudge.
He's heading out.
I take it out and I kind of nudge the desk a bit to see if I hear any more rattling.
As you nudge it, you do hear more rattling. Make me a perception check.
A perception.
Okay. You listen in. You hear a rattling, and as you look down, you can hear it from within the drawer. There's nothing in there.
Huh.
Well, gonna take the drawer completely out and kind of like flip it upside down, over the top of the desk.
Okay. You take the drawer out. It pulls all the way out. You have to break it off its hinges to pull it out, and you pull it out. Put it onto the desk in dragon form somehow, and you flip it over.
I have manipulation.
Okay, I
Yeah,
would like
dragons have thumbs.
I would like Malcom, Queglod. Actually, Queglod, you're immune in this form, so it doesn't matter for you. Malcom and B to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity saving throws.
Well, I'll tell the others if we're brave for it.
Give me a second to pull up. Okay, that's your dex save, and mine in this form is with okay. All right. We both fail.
You both fail. You both take 28 points of fire damage as a fireball goes off in your face as you turn the false bottom over. As it falls out, you see a large red rune on the bottom. As you see it, it explodes outwards. Queglod, you're just standing there, and just like that One Punch Man scene, all the rubble's just flying past you. You just look down at it, and you see, left within the smoke on the table, seems to be a very thin piece of what looks to be golden cord.
I nudged the desk again, just to make sure there's nothing else in there.
Okay, ramming your head against the desk, there's nothing else in here.
Alright.
Golden string.
And
Take that as
the
well.
other device, yeah.
Okay. You untransform back on what's left of the desk as it's smouldering. You pat yourself out, you pick up the string and retransform. Most of the desk is destroyed, and as you do headbutt it, it does fall to bits. The legs fall off. The other drawer falls open. You can see papers on the inside are burning, as they are now gone, eviscerated by a fireball.
Okay, well, nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, and
I
looking
think we're
over at
done
the
here.
body on the table, it seems to also be burning and smouldering. It is a horrid smell in here now.
Yay!
Destroy the evidence.
Yeah, apparently.
Rat crimes.
Birds and a dragon versus a droid. Who will
No,
win?
dragons and a bird.
Oh man.
So, where to now? Do we go back or do we want to investigate anything else?
Well, there was further on to go. However,
yes.
that seems dangerous.
I'm not missing that much HP.
Alright.
And
He's in
I
wild
should-
shape form. He can do this for hours.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I can-
Okay, let's go then.
B, on the other hand, is she vulnerable to fire?
No, she's not. We found that out. She's
Oh yeah, I
not.
forgot. Paper drakes aren't vulnerable to fire because they're made of enchanted paper.
Hmm.
Yes, because
They're
enchanted
made
paper.
of magic and
Enchanted
dream.
paper is. I found this out the other day. Enchanted paper is special, so that then wizards can take their spellbooks underwater, so they don't get wet.
Ah,
Enchanted
So
paper,
they're
also
they're
known as
immune from the
baking
effects of
sheets.
water, fire, and acid, unless a dispel magic is placed on them, and then they're not immune to the effects for one.
But they can't stop them being stolen by the thief in the park.
That's true. I kind of want to just do that now. Play a thief who steals books and transforms into birds and steals stuff. I'm liking this
The
idea.
true magpie.
what kind of thief do you
Oh.
steal magic books and sell them?
Can you catch me?
That would
Don't
actually
see
be good because you could understand what spells they have in there.
Mm.
Alright, and we continue.
Dawn Seekers will never
Okay.
catch me, the
Are you
magpie.
So
continuing
we're
to explore
going
the chamber?
back. We're going back, but instead of going up, we're continuing down the other way.
Yeah.
Down the way past the trough, or down the way that you saw the Morbin run from?
Down the way past the trough, I think.
Okay.
Still
Yeah.
in the other side of the thing.
Going past the trough and looking down, as the two of you look over the edge, kind of flying up above, you see what looks to be, along with the series of shelves that are in here, looking all the way to the bottom, you see what looks to be about 50 feet down, a pile and pile of bones that are just jutting out of the ground. You think? Wilbert's field day, but besides that, this pile of bones is probably 50 or more creatures of various designs. You can't make out what kind of bones there are, but you just see this large pile of bones in the center and a series of shelves around. You see what look to be on this portion of the platter, you see like pieces of meat that are just lying to one side. It's a disgusting sight and disturbing, but you imagine this is probably where the abominations slept.
Does it look like there's anywhere else to go to from here?
They're
Any perception
growing
check?
bones.
Perception.
Growing bone.
The bone farm.
Nope, I can't tell.
Okay.
Can you?
And that's 14 on mine.
Okay, Queglod, looking at this, both of you don't see any way to go forward. But you do, and looking at the bones, it doesn't seem like there's any feasible entrance to the pile. It just looks like it's a pile of bones.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anything of interest in this area.
Alright. So, where to next?
Where to next? Do you want to head back to the
Where
party
to
and relay the information? And
Where do we want to find the dangerous stuff?
well, it's
feel
gone to 10:15. So did you want to fly back to the party and call it there for a session?
That's probably smart, yeah.
Do we want to have a long rest, guys?
I feel like we've been doing a long rest with what we've been doing over here.
And with
Yeah.
2 short rests.
Well, you've had a short rest. You've just taken a short rest, and you started digging. So
Kind of. We more just sort of hitting the ground.
I'll say at this point to wrap
Let
up.
me in.
As you two fly in with your various forms, you both land. You can see the rest of your party crowded around this small hole in the ground. You can see the head of Sasha just swinging wildly at something on the ground.
I
Okay,
take a
guys.
look at what this is.
You guys okay? Do you want us to come back later?
No, we're fine.
Just digging holes.
We be digging all day long.
You've made no
What the-
progress, by the way. With no
What
hard
they
objects
smack-
to use, you're
I'm not
Okay,
saying
no-
he's a gold. I'm not saying she's a
Right.
gold digger.
Okay, everyone. If you want me to use a 5th level spell to deal with this, I can.
I attempt to use my breath on it.
I jump the fuck out of there.
Okay, as you fire your breath against it, it hits the stone and dissipates. Doesn't seem to be able to do anything.
What happens if I smack it?
Are you a siege creature?
Uh,
I don't think that.
I don't think so.
I can be.
As you take a swipe against it, your claws leave scratch marks on the outside. That's about it.
it's a mark.
It's a mark, yeah. It's going to take you several thousand years to get through this stone.
Well, get to
Still,
work. Get going.
screw that. We got 4 hours in this thing. We got.
I don't think you can get through
What are you
life without
thinking
getting your
of
hands
doing,
dirty,
Sasha?
royal boy.
Hmm.
Yeah. What are you?
I don't have
Wait, are
flavor
you?
on it.
I do have dragon scales available. They are in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm currently a dragon though, so I can't get to him.
This is true.
What?
Hmm.
You took
Unless-
off your
unless
chest
you
and
guys-
smashed-
Unless you
Dragon
just
parts there.
Unless you
You
guys
took
want
your
to take a
chest
long
plate
rest,
and smashed it in.
I'd be happy to change out of my dragon form for a long rest.
How long has it been since our last long rest?
Long enough. You travelled all day, you got there, you did a little bit of investigating, then you went underground. By now it's probably about 7 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
So it's getting near nap time anyway.
Okay. How about this?
Just
My good friend, my good friend, Will, what's it? Ghaakt. There we are. I was like going, what's his in-character name?
May I just remind you that dragon parts are of a lower rank in comparison to Mithril.
Wait, are they?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I barely did anything to
They're
it.
both tier 5, but it didn't do anything. It shouldn't have done anything, I will say.
Okay, yeah, because of the fact that mine, yeah.
Okay,
Right, the
so
only
we
thing
have
that really
no way.
is stronger than it is adamantine, right?
There's adamantine and mysterial.
Yeah.
So unless we smash.
Excuse me.
Question, would Mysterium work?
No, it's tier 5.
Okay, look. I can potentially make a big dent in this, but I won't have very long to do it in, and I will need a long rest afterwards. Everyone cool with
I
that?
believe we have an easier way to get to wherever this goes.
Oh, but please! I really want to now. Besides,
I'm good.
I'm running low on spell slots.
I mean, if you guys want, we could just take a long rest and be good
I mean,
to
it would
go.
be
I'm
weird if
low
we
on
blew
spell
a
slots
hole.
as well.
I mean, it would be
Yeah,
really
that's why
weird
we
if we
should
blew the
wait.
hole in the top of the temple, and then we go, and now we rest.
Yeah,
takes the
we
takes
should
the
wait.
takes out our
Okay,
automatic
okay.
entrance.
I think perhaps it would be wise of us to get out of the places that are easily accessible and essentially hide ourselves away somewhere. Then use the tiny hut and hide in that for the night.
I mean, yeah.
Does that sound good to everyone?
Do we have anywhere that's not easily accessible?
I mean,
Also,
you have your
what
mold
they
earth.
can
Have
do-
to potentially move it out and then move in.
They
could
can
do it
always
up
dig.
against we could do it up against a wall, and then you could use mold earth to go over it.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's see.
Wait, what about air? Do we need air?
That's a good point. Voice in the sky. Do we need air?
Huh? Sorry? For Lehman's tiny
Do we
hut.
need
How,
air?
how does
Yes.
air work inside the bubble?
It produces a habitat in which you can survive. It is a good temperature. I'll find exactly what it says. Lehman's tiny hut. Load faster.
Does it provide air if there isn't any?
Probably not. No. But
Okay, so that won't work.
I'll read exactly what it says. I know it stops the environment and it makes it all, and it allows you to change the
It
color.
makes it
of the
nice.
inside
It
as
makes
well.
it a lovely room temperature. But that's
Yeah,
about
it makes it room temperature. It makes it comfortable atmosphere. I don't think it changed. If it says
Yeah, when
comfortable atmosphere, then yes.
I mean,
However, that won't change the fact that once the Lima's tiny hut disappears, you'll be out of air.
you know what gets me nice and comfortable? Being able to breathe.
Okay, this is
Hey,
taking
look,
too
the
long
way
to
I
load.
see
It's
it,
Really,
not
we-
like
it's
we're
been-
completely cutting off our air supply.
No, but you are underground,
Yes.
which means air is not an easy supply to come by, potentially. If you give yourself like now it loads the moment I find it in the book. A 10 feet radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around you and above you and remains stationary for the duration of 8 hours. Spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. Spell fails if the area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast this spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from the passing through it. Spells and other magical effects won't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the dome is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside, so it doesn't provide air. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So no, it doesn't provide air.
We'll just do it up against the wall then. Make it look super.
And we can have watches, so
Yes.
Would that work? Do anything, Chris? Look in Discord.
I saw a message, I didn't know it was you. You can try.
This might be a
Alright,
problem.
we're taking a long rest, right?
There might be a problem.
what?
There are 10 of us.
Hmm?
There are 10 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Malcom,
5,
Sasha, Ghaakt, Rook,
6,
Bern,
8,
Queglod,
9.
Aurum, B, and... who am
I
missing?
count
Feng.
9.
Okay.
Felipe doesn't count.
Okay, so we're at the perfect cap then.
No, Feng is 10.
What?
No,
Yeah,
it says
so that's
9.
No,
Yeah,
but I mean, we have Feng as well.
Thing.
Oh yeah, Feng!
Buff.
Forgot about him.
Question,
Where is that
Damn
guy?
it, Fang.
As
he is a paper drake and could feasibly fit in a bag.
that is true.
That's true,
Yeah.
yeah. He can
It
turn
says
into a
say
small
creatures
ball.
Also-
of medium height.
Yeah, that's true, and it is small or smaller. So technically, because it does require 9 creatures, it does technically count as 9 creatures. But you've got your party plus Feng plus Aurum and B. You have 9 exactly. You're fine.
Okay.
Because Felipe doesn't count. However, as you look
Okay,
around,
Rio.
you can see Feng. As you've kind of crawled out of the hole, you see Feng is currently analyzing the stonework and just proceeds rubbing it a little bit in his hands.
Cool.
Bang, you good?
Oh,
Huh?
hello, Chris.
Yeah.
You're cutting out, Chris.
Oh, I'm cutting out.
Feng?
Am
Not for me.
I
He's
wouldn't-
only
Not for
cutting
me.
out for Infernal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're the one who's cutting out Infernal.
You see Fang
I don't
standing there and he goes, huh? Oh, sorry, I was just analyzing this. You watch as he takes a step out.
I don't suppose you know how to break it?
It's mithril stone. You don't really get to break it unless you're using adamantine equipment. It's meant to be that way. By the looks of it, I'd say this is probably about 600 years old. This temple,
Yeah.
stone. I don't know entirely what it would be for, but I've heard it's being used for a refurbished temple.
If I was to freeze it and
Ask
then
if he
try and
can
smash
read
it,
more
would
than-
it do anything?
Nope.
No. This kind of stone will be immune to anything below 6th tier magic. Well,
Well, right,
6th tier
look,
and
I,
lower, I should say.
I have a way to break through a considerable portion of it. However, there's no guaranteeing I'll actually be able to get through all of it.
It's 5th level or lower. It works.
Like I said, there's probably another way around.
Yeah, the door seems to be the
Look, if
hole.
we're going to do a long rest, I have the spell slot. I can give
You
it a go. at
mentioned a
least.
book.
Oh,
yes.
I,
this
I,
book.
I asked if you could read Morbin.
He is going to attempt to read it. Okay, nope, that's a 3. Doesn't know.
Alright. I activate
Bern.
my book and my thing.
Casting Comprehend Languages.
Yep. And opening my book.
Okay, looking through reading the Morbin here, it is strange. It reads of the following. I'll give you a line of text for more detail so you can look through it and
Okay.
share it if you wish, and I'll give you that after the session.
That's fine.
As you proceed to, because I don't want to give it to you now because we're about to end. As you begin to sift through it, you look at the general gist of it. It seems to detail the creation of one of these abominations, and for one reason or another, as you just continue flicking through and you have a look at this, it seems to detail experiments at making them stronger and stronger. You read on one of the pages the wording, "I have done it. I have succeeded. May the hungering one live again."
Ooh.
And
Well,
then,
that sounds
as
awful.
you get to the rest of it, you see a large bloody paw print on the final page.
Okay, so he probably got killed by it.
Either that or it's a symbol.
So it's official. We are taking.
Was there a body near the book?
Yes, there was a body.
Okay, well.
It's been charged since.
Yeah, that
It-
was
it
probably
burned.
whoever
They
wrote it.
they must have burned it to hide the evidence. Luckily, they missed this book.
I think whoever's body that was the one that wrote it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyways, it's official. We're taking a long rest after
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Again, I do think we should hide ourselves.
I'm
I have
working
a-
on it. It takes
I
like
can
11
dig
minutes.
out a little
No.
bit of an area if that shouldn't affect our air.
I think it would be prudent of us to essentially dig out the dome shape of the hut
We
into
should
a wall
Take out
somewhere.
like half a dome.
Yeah, to basically
10
these
foot
things
up
have
to
shown
Yo.
their ability to dispel magic.
like
So
that.
we need to make sure that we do this.
Actually,
so
no,
that it can-
it's smaller than that. Need that size.
So
Yeah, so they got like half a dome and then
you want half a dome dug out.
At least.
Alright. Well, I'm switching from Crystal Boy to Stone Boy.
Stone Boy, okay. You watch as Malcom shifts back to his regular form and then proceeds to. That's a second level spell slot, right?
Yep.
Yep. As you watch as he goes into a stone dragon wyrmling. As he crouches down low to the ground, no wings on the stone dragons. As he goes low to the ground, you watch as with a few single, in about 6 seconds, digs out a dome shape that just surrounds
okay,
the
that was fast.
Yeah, no, they have a burrow speed of 60 feet. They're fine.
Yeah.
Right.
He
should
just,
before-
digs
if-
around and clears an entire area for it. Then I would assume leaving and using mold earth to make the perfect size.
Yes.
Well, anyway, if I had, say, a way to dig through at least a chunk of this stone, right now, would you be okay with me giving it a try at least?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Malcolm just wants to sleep.
Okay.
Tired.
Okay.
Malcolm goes.
In that case, Chris, I'm going to be casting the spell Creation to make myself an adamantine pickaxe.
Do you have adamantine?
But I... Wait, do you need the...
You
do
need the resource to make it, yeah.
No, that's fabricate, not creation.
Oh, right, I'm getting the two of them mixed up. Now I am gonna quickly.
It only lasts for 1 minute if I make adamantine.
I'm gonna double check creation. I think it has specific requirements.
No, you can use the spell to create mineral objects such as stone, crystal, or
I can.
Stone,
It could work,
crystal, precious metal, adamantine or mithril. 1 minute.
1 minute, yeah. You can make a myth.
Yeah, but adamantine's better.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Okay. So, making a single pickaxe out of adamantine using creation requires a
I'm
tiny
just
piece of matter of the same type of the item you plan to create is the material component.
Question: Can I touch? Can I touch Rook's
No,
armor?
you're going to need a piece on it of it. So unless
Can't you just use his
Yeah.
Arcane. Oh,
is what?
oh, my holy symbol, because it's not it's not got GP cost.
and it isn't consumed.
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Oh no! Anyone want to help me out here?
You're
what?
the only one doing this.
I went to sleep.
I'd love to, but
I mean, I could give you some inspiration.
Oh no!
I can give
nice.
you enhance.
It's an 8, Chris.
Okay, you swing with the pickaxe. Whang! It cuts into the stone. Like regular stone now, it's gonna take you several hours.
I'll do what I can, okay?
Okay,
I'll enhance magic ability.
okay, enhance ability, roll another one with advantage, and I'll say this one will be more consistent for the rest of this, now that a spell has been burned on this. Okay, 17 plus 8 is 25. Yes? Yes. 25.
Yeah.
You proceed to mine, taking large chunks of this away, about probably maybe 50 pea size, as each of them are flying to one side, coin size. You're breaking through this. As you take one final swing, the pickaxe fades, and as you look down, you've maybe got about a foot wide, about centimeter or so deep hole.
Can I pick up the bits of mithril that have come off?
You can pick up the bits of mithril stone, yes, they are very impure.
That's fine. Can I pick them up and I'm gonna have them.
Excuse me. So, you collect those and you place them in the bag.
Assume there's no way to tell how much more of it is left.
Can I make a
Fang,
stone
Fang
cutting
immediately goes, if it's like any of the old temples, that's probably at least 3 feet thick.
Oh, god damn it!
How much would we go through?
About 2 centimeters.
Oh.
A foot's 12 centimeters. No, 30
I'm,
centimeters. So 45 days. You got time to spare.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, we don't.
These old temples, they would traditionally have a door, correct?
Yeah, they would. They'd have a way in.
Look, it was worth a try, okay?
Yeah.
Usually it
but-
would be most old temples in the way they're made. They have a main. They'd have a main lower floor with an upper floor and a basement floor. The basement floor will typically be for those of religious belief, those of the middle, or for the higher class of religious belief. Those in the middle will be the main center of worship, and then the area above that will be the incense chambers, where the deity reliquary is stored. Typically, where a lot of the valuables and other bits and pieces are kept. Typically, there is a central staircase or other hidden mechanism to get up there, and the priests would know the way to get up there to store objects or to use them.
Okay. So the door would be in the basement?
The door would be in the main floor.
Main floor.
So if we assume this is the top, about 80 feet down is the entrance? Somewhere?
How far down did the drop look when we were going over top?
About 100 feet down.
Was there a tunnel facing this direction? Or a hole in this
Yes,
direction?
it was. It went back
There
under
was-
you and curved under.
Yeah, that's why I was saying there's probably an easier way to get into this place.
Right, so we've been bashing the roof of this place. We might actually just be able to walk through the front door.
Yes.
It was worth checking, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fair dues.
I'm not gonna go
Uh,
against trying to get into this thing, but ancient temples are made like they are for a reason.
Nice.
Feng
Cool.
does get a little bit more excited, and he does say, "I'll be more interested to examine this once we're inside. I'm sure if there are any hidden things, I'll spot them." Gives a
Okay.
Kenku thumbs up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Good luck. Good job spotting all those traps.
Look, I was nervous.
Malcolm's
and-
asleep. Malcolm's asleep, so he couldn't have said that.
Oh yeah, he technically, he technically, canon-wise, wouldn't have survived that fireball either. But you know,
Wait, what fireball?
the one when you were in that gas chamber and then it exploded.
Oh.
Yeah, he technically wouldn't have survived that because he's got like 12 hit points.
I
But-
was the one that was in front of that. I specifically blocked Feng, obviously.
Oh yeah, Feng clung onto you like a backpack and therefore became a worn item and took no damage. Abusing the mechanics.
Question. Can I wear Feng at all
No.
times so that he takes no damage?
Can't. No. He will hide.
He's made out of feathers, so he would technically be a cape.
Yeah. No. Anyway, as you proceed to get to rest, taking watches through the night, that is where we will end our session there for today.
Okay.
So, for the Twitch side of things, one very important message: fuck BT, and
Fuck BT.
have a good rest of your day, or evening, or night, depending on where you live. And if you're like me, then it'll be nighttime. All right. Speak to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
BT.
Bye-bye.